Throw gang, we are joined by the shallot shaman, the anchovy chief, the ham honcho. The recipes never stop, they keep roaming. Your weenie teeny, she the bucatini queenie. Oh, you don't like her labna dip? How about you dip these lob nuts in your mouth? If you can't slow cook the meat, get the fuck out the kitchen. Peep the pastries because the glazing is crazy. Cooking for pleasure, yeah, she a master baster. The minestrone mommy, chefing up gas, she must use a Dutch oven. Recipe so easy, she need a one pan. The butter bad bitch, the dill is fucking awesome. Word to Jason, must be Mormon the way she's soaking these beans. The advice is solicited, monologues uninhibited, the recipes unlimited, whole roasted chickens is, the classics revisited, the newsletter distributed, the readers are riveted, she's in everyone's kitchens is. Writer and cookbook author Alison Roman. Alison, how the hell are you?
Oh my God.
Woo. Yeah. You thought it was a deposition, but it's actually a cipher.
Yeah. Your
I did
turn.
not come prepared.
Now you go.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could do that.
It's a labor of love, you know?
Okay, so you've
Especially with,
never
like-
listened to the podcast
I
ever.
have. No,
For
I
starters.
have, but if I'm honest,
no,
I don't
no.
listen to the beginning.
Yeah, no.
I'll
Right,
like-
who would ever listen to the beginning of something?
You
I
like to skip
listen
to the
like
end.
chunks of it
Right.
when someone forwards it
The
to me.
TikToks.
Sure.
Right.
Do
Yeah.
you listen to your own podcast?
No.
Okay.
Never.
That's a big debate we have. I love watching game tape, as I say.
My
That,
solicited.
you know what? Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Textbook narcissist.
Yeah, what I know about the two of you, that checks out.
Okay, cool.
fully.
I
Yeah.
refuse to listen because I hate the sound of my voice and the way that I look.
Well, if you hate the sound of your voice, then you're definitely going to not want to listen to what you just did.
Fuck.
Which like not.
Yikes, dude.
No, not like
Well, I
in a you
have to.
sounded bad, but in
Right.
a that was like
That was,
voice
that was a lot of my voice.
juiced
Yeah.
to the nth degree.
Six.
Yeah.
Um,
So
We're so happy to have you, Allison.
I'm so happy to
It's
be
been a
here.
long time coming.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
It took a trip on a, to
Private jet.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, despite the mutual homie JRL's best efforts, you're here on
Wow.
the pod.
Yeah,
I'm
he
kidding.
did
Yeah,
say don't do it.
Thank
No,
you
come
for kicking off your first guest of the new year.
Oh,
at the end
my
of
gosh.
January.
Congratulations to us all. We're all doing our best. I think
Yeah,
like
we
the
are.
new year is defined how we want to define it.
Do you get-
Absolutely.
I was like going through your site and like looking at just like the frequency publishing. I mean, you publish a lot around Thanksgiving and the holidays, and then you kind of like it dwindles. Do you get people
How
that are
dare
like,
you.
sorry. Do you get
You're
people
so lazy. Can we just get right into it?
but do you get people that are like, yo, Allison, what the fuck? Like, I need
Yes.
more goddamn soups.
I do, and to that I say, have you cooked everything?
Mm.
Have you gone through the
bars.
archives? There are a lot. There are so many recipes that I've made throughout the years that like until you've literally come to me with a receipt that says I've actually done all the homework and give me
Wow.
more. Like, but it's very few people, and it's only the people, and rightfully so, I suppose, that will like pay for the newsletter. They're like, well, what am I paying for? It's like, well, I like to think of it as like you're paying for. That's why I encourage like annual thing. I mean, you guys have like subscription
yeah.
models, but it's sort of like,
OnlyFans.
well, you're paying as like a token of faith of like I believe in the work that you do, no matter if it comes out all at once in Thanksgiving
Yeah.
or once every 6 months or whatever.
Squid pro quo.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go. Do you
Good
have Allison Roman completionists that are like, I've done it all?
I cooked everything.
Do have people that cook through the books in their entirety, but I think due to like there's books, there's columns, there's newsletters, there's
the
it's
archive
like-
too, right?
Yeah,
From-
there's just like so much
too
that
much.
I don't. I'm sure they exist. I have yet to meet them.
You probably have like a crazy Stan level stalker that's cooked everything. And
I
what's
hope that
next is
they're-
your skin.
I hope that I hope that they're sweet and
Crispy.
gentle.
No one man
they're
can have
usually
all
not.
those anchovies.
Yeah.
I don't think that the crossover between person who's like enthusiastic about cooking, like I think if I have a stalker, they're probably not cooking. They're probably
Sure.
like Googling what my feet look like. They're not like
What do your feet look like?
are
If
you on
like to put it
WikiFeet?
camera?
What?
You're probably on WikiFeet, guaranteed.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check when we
Okay.
get into the show.
Let me know.
Before we
Let me know what they're saying.
Before we do a live review of Allison's WikiFeed, as we do with every female guest because we're sex positive, let's do a fit check where we want to walk
Oh,
through
God.
everything that you wore to your
You knew this was gonna happen.
deposition.
No, I didn't.
Allison,
Come on.
didn't
You
do your
really don't listen
homework?
to the beginning of anything.
you know what a fit check is? I mean, it's
I
you
do,
literally
and I
invented
actually,
it. Yeah.
I did almost before I left the house. I did because I asked her, I said, "Is this going to be video or
Right.
not?" And then I almost responded like, "Time for a fit check," but like in
So
like
cool, dude.
exactly in like the way that like I don't like I know what it means, but I think like I would never say those words in my real life,
Right. Because you're a normal person.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I will say that you first rose to, not to distract from the inevitable fit check, but I would say that I first heard about you, I think even before I knew you through friends,
Yeah.
was your coinage of, or maybe not coinage or popularizing of the word
Fit check.
Fit check.
John's.
John's.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Which
didn't
I'm
invent
just
that, but
so opposed to. Yeah, so not
Wait, why?
popularized, I would say, in my world.
Are you from? You're from California. You're not
Yeah.
from Philadelphia. Okay.
No,
Because a lot
I'm
of people from
certainly not.
Philadelphia will take some umbrage with that. 'cause
Oh, for
to them,
sure.
that is a Philly
Cultural
term that means
appropriation.
like, yo,
Yeah.
let me get this John. Let me get that John. Let me get that the tequila on the rock.
my
rock, rock.
culture is not your John type shit. You
Yeah.
know those
Yeah.
how those Philly motherfuckers be. Drunk
Okay.
off of cheesecakes and racism.
Yeah.
Or
Wow.
cheesesteaks rather.
But
And
fit check's
cheesecake.
simple. We
Yeah,
just go
cheesecake
through
too.
what you're wearing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm wearing, okay, so this is a sweater.
Well, hold on.
It's warm.
So because
That's the brand.
Wow, great start. Because you do have the choice of going top down or bottom up, and there is like kind of a correct answer. And I guess you just failed.
Oh, okay. These earrings are
Just keep it
vintage.
pushing.
They're little gold hoops. They've got like a rope texture to them. Am I describing the outfit for people that are not watching, or is
you
this
can
just
do
like
as
brand?
much or as little
Whatever
details
you
you want. Yeah.
Okay, this is a sweater. It is the only green item I own.
Really?
Lime green, rather. I think I entered into like a more warm green, but I typically stay away from like cool pastels. This is an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
It's acne.
Ooh.
These
Swedish.
Acne.
Yeah. These pants are from a little teeny boutique in Toronto, Canada called Horses.
Wow,
I was
international.
going to say OVO. the OVO
No.
store.
No.
You went international with the fit.
Yeah, nice.
They are a high-waisted pant. Why
Correct.
do I feel like I'm?
No, it's cool.
This is
It's
awful.
not a test. It's not a
It
test.
does feel like a test.
No.
No, it's a deposition. We established that.
Yeah. Okay. So they're pants.
Okay.
They fit my
She's wearing
body.
pants. Nice.
I like a high waist. I'm with you 100%. I jack my shit up,
yeah.
dude.
And
To the
then,
tits.
yeah.
What about the big coat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the coat is what is that brand?
Where is it? Is
It's
it
a nice
accessible?
little camel. You want
Yeah.
me to snag it real quick?
Let's do a little
I think
label
it's
check.
a Spanish or Portuguese
Okay.
number.
Ooh, it's the row.
No, it's not the
Well, no one
It's
can
definitely
no one
not
can hear
the row.
James's joke. He thought it was the row, but it's what was it?
Rita row.
Rita row.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a.
She must kill on SEO.
I
We're just
know.
like cheap
They're
row.
like, this will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't
Good for her.
as cheap as it should have been, given
Right.
that it's not the row, but I think that is
Oh.
her name,
Clearly.
to be fair.
Rita
Yeah.
row.
Yeah.
Blame the parents.
I bought that jacket maybe 3 years ago.
Nice.
And it has looked the same since I
Oh, that's great.
bought it, which I'm a hard wearer. I like wear, like, I destroy everything. So
Do
I
you
have
fuck
to.
shit up in the kitchen? Like, are you a messy cook?
I'm not a messy cook, I'm a messy eater.
Oh.
So if you
Washing
watch
stains.
like any video that I've ever done, I manage to I actually stay pretty clean.
Oh, nice.
But the second I go to eat something, it's
Oh.
like spill, drip,
Yeah.
spot. It's like, it's just a,
Drip check.
it's not,
Literal drip.
it's not a like, cause I'm like a slovenly eater. It's more just, I think like I don't know what it is. I just like,
Have
you
you
know
ever,
what it is? It's that I'm like taking something with my hands, like when I shouldn't be. Like
Oh.
I'm like, not at a restaurant. At a restaurant, I'm very together. But in my home, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like
It's your home. You can do
take
whatever
a
you
piece
want.
of this,
Right.
and like dip then
Are you
I
big? Are you big apron girly?
no, I don't have an apron.
Wow. Is that
Yeah.
risky?
I don't think it's risky. I think it's like for me, I don't love the like I'm gonna put on my outfit now, like my
Okay.
uniform
My
to like
chef's
go to
fit.
work. Yeah, like I don't
I'm a
Hands.
cook.
Hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Connor, wait,
Hot.
have you ever nuked like or torched like an amazing piece of clothing because you're a slovenly eater?
What? What do you think I'm doing in there? I'm just eating like a regular bread.
Not eating spaghetti like a baby? No, I just mean like really ruin something.
Well, I think that depends on your standard of like what ruins something. To
So you
some
just
people,
wear
like
dirty shit.
no, I'm saying like there's some things that I didn't like fucking nuke. I didn't like decimate, but there's like one tiny spot that is annoying enough to
memory.
the eye
It's a memory.
that I'm like, well, this is now destroyed for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have some outfits that I'm like, I'm going to be having like a heavy cooking day, pants especially because I like wipe my hands on my butt when I'm like instead of a towel, I'm just like wipe my hands on my pants.
Got it.
And so there are certain pants that I have that are a bit more like
Yeah.
lived in, old
Work
Levi's.
pants.
Yeah.
You're not doing the fucking, oh, I touched a little chicken. Let me wash my hands. Oh, I touched a little egg. Let me wash my hands.
Well,
oh, I
if
touched
it's,
a
I
little
mean, chicken, yes, because
Salmonella.
that's dangerous.
scary.
But
Chicken's
if I'm like
scary.
measuring flour and
Okay.
I get some flour on my hands, I'm not going to like wash my hands every
You're a
time. I'm
hard
gonna-
wearer.
But I'm a hard wearer. But even like, I do feel like in New York, and this is why I like struggle with shoes as a woman because I do a lot of walking. We just were discussing, I get really car sick. So I try to avoid taking cars everywhere. I like to take the subway. I like to walk. But like, it's hard for the shoes And if you're in and out of cars exclusively, like event to car to apartment,
LA style.
yeah, you're good. And you can like kind of wear anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like a pretty practical person. And so I'm like, come on,
So
I'm
what are
like,
you doing? Sneakers?
no.
Boots? Sensible.
Well,
a
right
sensible
now I'm
boot?
doing boots.
That was a sensible boot you wore today. If you could describe the brand to the audience at home, maybe.
I think it's an APC boot.
Ooh,
like an
FSF.
ankle boot. Like an ankle boot.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. They're pretty nondescript Chelsea boot that I wouldn't wear out.
I clocked them. I was like, those are. I mean, we wore similar shoes today, so I was like,
Yeah.
those
They're
are
like
cool.
they're like
She's fucking
standard
cool, dude.
basic. Thanks so much. I just also want to be. I didn't wear like an outfit. This is noon
It's
on
okay.
a Friday.
You don't have to justify
I'm
it.
just
Okay.
saying. I'm
What
not
are the,
like
what are
going
the
out.
Sakiolis?
What?
What are the Sakiolis? The socks. What are on your feet?
Oh,
What's between your feet and the boots?
I think they're Bombas.
Oh,
Nice.
shout out Randy.
Is
Yeah.
that cool?
I don't know.
you-
My friend owns the brand.
You donated
Oh.
a pair to a housing challenged person.
Great. Well,
allegedly.
I live for philanthropy in everything I do,
and me both,
including
sister.
my socks.
What are the other jewels you got on?
Yeah.
Oh, and
this
we got
is
to
my-
talk about the bag too.
Oh,
Not that I didn't say it like
the
I don't know
bag
why I
is
said
also
that.
APC.
Nice.
But purchased differently. The bag was like a major sale item that I was like, I had
She's
another-
differently purchased.
what?
You said purchased differently.
Did I say purchase differently?
Yes, 1,000%.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was like,
Oh, I
I'm
meant
not
at a
listening.
different time. I don't know why I chose that like phrasing.
you're
That's-
podcasting like this now.
I speak in fragments. That was so weird.
Put this one on the Amex.
Yeah.
Purchased differently.
Yeah, honestly, sponsor me.
Damn.
Okay, I purchased it at a different time.
Got it. Yeah.
It was like during like an evening of sleeplessness, and I was like sample sailing, and it was like someone forwarded me an email. And they're like, "Oh, this is the sale that goes on, before tomorrow." So
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, so you
I
got
was
a
like-
little in.
yeah, for that
nice.
particular purchase.
Nice.
Hell
There's
yeah.
certain things that I'm like that I spent too much money on, but I fucking love it, and certain things where I'm like that is a functional item in my wardrobe that like I kind of needed.
Cost per wear also comes into account. Like if it's
Oh, yeah.
an
Yes.
everyday bag, then eventually, like,
Yeah.
earns its fucking weight immediately.
Yeah, I'm sure every single person listening has also come to the conclusion by now that I probably care about what I buy and wear less than you two.
I think everyone cares less than we do
Okay.
because
That's
we're.
true. What about the other
differently
Because you're
purchased.
throwing fits.
What about the other? What's the other hardware? I mean, we got the.
Okay, earrings. Hair is mine.
Yep.
These. It's
Model
it's more
zone.
brown than it was when you saw me last, but neither of you commented on that.
Wait, are we supposed
Well,
to comment on
I don't know.
so,
It's
right?
like fully brunette now.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like
for sure.
fully
Yeah.
blonde before.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be a weird. So, hey, Alison, your hair looks different than when we were in Aspen.
Your hair's done differently
Yeah.
today.
Well, not.
Actually, the only memory I have of your hair is that it was underneath my hat that you stole one night at the Speakeasy.
I did steal
Shout
the
out
hat.
Kate
of
Walls.
this. Yeah.
Great hat, right?
was a
Great
great
fucking
Sick
hat.
hat. Shout out Kate.
I do want that hat, and I have been searching for a hat since that is
Oh,
like
she just
fuzzy or plush in any way.
If you
and
do like that hat, she
I
just
do.
dropped a new batch.
Yeah.
But they might have sold out because they're pretty.
and they're all like
hot
one
item.
of one, right?
Yeah.
So
I think it was sort of like a time and a place hat.
for sure.
Oh,
yeah,
Like-
great Aspen hat.
I did come back with a pair of cowboy boots. Speaking
Oh, wow.
of,
Did you buy them
from
at
that trip, yes,
what's the fucking
Kimosabe
store?
Yes.
or whatever?
I did, and that's sort of the like, oh, I can wear cowboy boots.
Have you worn
when
them
you're
in
in
New York?
Aspen. I attempted last night and took them off and changed them out.
Uncomfortable or like it
No,
didn't?
it just didn't go with the outfit
Got
because
it.
last night was a little balmy. I don't know if you noticed. It was like
Was.
oh
weirdly
yeah,
warm.
we were in the streets.
It was hot.
We were in the field.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I do like a skirt and like a cowboy boot moment, but the skirt wasn't the right length and it was just, it wasn't working.
Well, we've
Like,
all been there.
I'm not going to Bushwick anyway. What about the necklace, the rings?
The necklace, this is New Top. Are you guys
Oh,
familiar
yeah,
with
of
New
course.
Top?
yeah. Shout out Jane.
I
Yeah.
love New Top. And
Shout out my
this
old top
chain-
too.
I don't.
What a, just a great phrase. I love new top.
I love new. It's on par with purchase differently.
Yeah, except one's about getting a blowjob.
What is?
Dad, you know what top means? You don't know what top means.
Like head, head is
I know head.
right, top, neck, throat, all that shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see, you learn something new every day. Welcome
I
to
feel
the
unsafe.
Throwing Fits Difference. You heard it here first. Alison
Yeah.
Roman loves new top.
Okay, I love that for when you eventually pull that out for your
Oh, yeah, right,
social
right.
game.
No, we would never do that.
Is it two chains? Two chains?
It is
Are they
two
both
chains.
new top?
This one is. I don't know where this one's from actually.
Okay.
This could be New Top. This
But the
could
small
also,
one
the
is
small one is definitely New Top.
A new top.
Was that
Yeah,
Cuban
from Jane
Link?
New Top.
That's a Cuban Link, yeah? That guy?
Is
yeah,
it?
I think so.
This might be like Majuri or
Oh,
something.
nice. Expensive. IG brand.
Yeah.
I think I
It
bought
is
some
an
shit
IG
from
brand.
them.
They're not expensive though.
It's not?
No,
Okay.
and that's kind of why I'm like,
Yeah.
There's just another IG brand that I get their advertisements like cheaper than Majori. And I'm like,
Oh, wow. They went
wow.
right for the fucking throat, dude.
yeah.
They went
Well,
right to the
Majuri
top.
has stores now.
Mm.
I'm not like an IG brand. I buy if this is Majuri, it's old.
Oh, right. Before
Like
they were.
before, because
they were
I sort of like
advertising.
avoid anything that
That's the
feels
old top.
like. Well, now we're all going to get advertised to Majuri.
I know. Fuck.
Um,
Yeah, we blew it, dude.
What about the rings? Let's talk rings.
This is my wedding ring.
Dancing.
Gorgeous.
I got it at they changed their name like this summer when we bought it, or this last summer, but it
Okay.
was like Victor Barbone.
Mm,
It's in
fancy.
Midtown. It's like old.
Barbone.
It's old diamonds.
It's like Diamond District.
yeah,
Nice.
but like old, and they specialize in like old antique
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
vintage. So this
Cool.
is a very old diamond in a setting
was-
designed to replicate the era from which the
Right.
diamond is
It was
from.
Very
smuggled
cool.
smuggled out of many countries up many refugees' butts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely didn't. Well, listen.
Yeah, let's not run the 23andMe on that jewelry.
Yeah, yeah.
Just leave it at that.
And at the time, I very innocently and stupidly, perhaps naively, was like, "Well, I think it's better to buy like a really old diamond than like
Probably,
a new diamond,
right?
I think
Unless
so.
it's a lab grown,
Right,
etc."
Right. Yeah.
And my best friend pointed out, she's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "It was probably way worse."
Look at
And I was
something
like,
from like Central
yeah,
Europe in the
but-
40s. Just off top.
and
Poland
so
had a lot of diamonds, you know?
Ooh.
I will say that I didn't do like my due diligence in like
Whatever.
the provenance.
No one's gonna judge you, dude.
And that's not true, and you know it.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe
Yeah.
nobody listening to this podcast, but
No, definitely not.
Damn, Alison's fucking cool, man.
What about the other ring?
and this is my band, which we did get from. I wanted to get my band at New Top also
Nice.
because our whole like New York wedding was
Right.
like very New York vibe, and
Beans.
yeah, I was like, okay, I want to like do New York stuff and support New York businesses.
That's cool.
But we
The double-decker bus, incredible touch,
Thank
I
you.
will say.
Thank you.
Not
It
that I
was
was there. I
pretty
was
Was
just
it like a
saying,
party bus vibe, but with the double decker? Is that what it was?
we
or-
needed to get from A to B, so we
Okay.
used a double.
that's so
double-decker bus.
fire. What's the rate on a double-decker bus?
Yeah,
If you don't
what does that
mind
run
me
you?
asking?
How much was the bus? We had 2 buses.
Whoa, wow. That's 4 decks.
That was 4 decks, but no one wants to be on the bottom deck. And of
No,
course, you
hell
know what
no.
happens is sometimes your closest friends end up being on the bottom.
Oh, because they like
Because-
take the bullet.
They'd like take the bullet, or
Wow.
like they're not the first people on the bus because everybody's still like
'cause they're
lingering.
taking
And I
pics.
felt bad.
Yeah.
I felt like I saw like the pictures after, and I was like, oh.
Like, damn, all my
Some
fucking...
of my closest friends.
All the
were
people
on
I expect
bottom.
the RCP know are fucking
Yeah.
clogging
Sorry to
up the
all of
top
you.
deck.
Yeah. A lot of people on this top deck I didn't know last year.
No, but I will say that it is the wedding invite game is interesting. I do want to say this ring is from E.M. Kelly, which I think is. Oh shit, she changed her name. I have to look it up.
Why are all these jewelers changing their names? Are they running from the
I
fucking
don't
feds
know.
for
Like, well,
diamond
Alison
smuggling?
College,
No,
so
I think
time
she
to
was just
rebrand.
rebranding.
Yeah, but changing
Um,
switching the whole name up.
Her
That's
name
kinda
is
crazy.
Erin.
I would like to go back to the wedding invite thing. Who do you wish you didn't invite?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that here.
Okay, all right,
Sorry.
I tried.
I love the attempt.
Who was
Yeah.
the most fun person at your wedding? Was it Anoop?
Yeah, it was a Noop for sure.
God damn.
This brand is called Moochner.
Moochner.
Moochner, is that how
Terrible
you? I don't know how to
H's.
say her name. I don't say that.
Mukner.
Muchner, maybe.
Yeah, sounds like
Is there an umlaut in there?
where were they
No,
in the
but-
40s?
No, she.
Oh, yeah. Erin Kelly Mukner. We'll
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Yeah,
Um,
she's great. She's a wonderful designer. and
all right.
this ring is from her.
What are the panties?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
We ask every guest.
Yeah, it's
Well, every
honest-
female guest.
yeah.
Yeah, every guest. Every guest.
No, every single guest.
Yeah.
These are. Honestly, I think they might be Skims.
Ooh,
we love
we
Skims.
love
We're
Skims.
like unofficial ambassadors for
Yeah.
Skims Men's.
Okay, are we an advertiser?
No.
Are they-
No, we don't
are
know
we-
we don't know who advertises on our shit, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get Skims sent to you for free?
No.
Oh,
I
want us- want us
hope
to-
I aspire to that.
you want us to put you in touch with the Skimsmen?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know the Skims guys.
I want them to advertise with me for everything that I do, and I want to. It would be like one of my greatest goals to be like the face of Skims.
Does,
Would you want to be paid in Skims, or you need a little bag too?
No, I need the money.
Okay. Okay. All right.
because like we love Skims and we just love everything about it. Like I've never really, I don't know if you've ever had a woman show up wearing Skims and like
No.
but from what I've heard is that women love Skims.
They're great. I mean,
Men
I'm
love
talking.
Skims too, dude.
Yeah.
Again, this is a work day for me. This
Right.
I'm going utility.
Right.
I'm going like they have like a really
I'm
nice
going mobile.
basic, like flattering, like
I mean, there's a reason why they're doing
Soft.
billions in sales,
Yeah.
right?
little
Yeah.
panty.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah. Hell yeah.
you know.
Same. I literally couldn't agree more. That's literally why I wear Skims as well.
Yeah.
Skims men's.
Oh, you do wear Skims,
I'm
Men's.
not.
You're
I'm not
fucking
kidding.
with
They
me.
sent us so much shit and we reviewed on pod. It's fucking awesome. Dude.
Oh, okay. Everything you say, I can't tell if you're serious. So I do need to ask.
Everything
he
I
is
say
wearing-
is deadly serious.
He is wearing a black turtleneck, so nothing. Yeah, I agree with you.
What does that have to do with
You
anything?
look like Archer, bro.
Yeah, the tactile neck is out, dude.
And you're
from
sipping
potting.
on some Mountain Valley Sparkling. Your
Which you
seltzer
got
of
for
choice.
me.
Lawrence did.
Yeah,
did.
that was just a
Lawrence
shot
did.
in the
That's
dark.
good.
But clearly it's the numero uno if you could shop for yourself.
It's the
right?
one that I like to carry at the little shop that I own.
Oh yeah, that's the
right,
shot.
dude.
And it is, I think, other people when they see it, if you're like into sparkling water, they're like, "Oh, you got the good one."
How's the bubble? Is it like a?
It's a tiny bubble, and I
It is
prefer a
tiny.
tiny bubble. Topo
Okay.
Chico, way too strong, way too
Yeah,
strong.
that
on
shit will
That
charge your
bubble-
phone, dude.
Yeah.
That bubble will.
Yeah.
It's.
Do you
not
like
good.
it as a mixer though for cocktails?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranch water.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
That tastes
damn.
Stay away from Hal's. That's the biggest bubble.
good. Okay.
Really?
The biggest
Oh, you heard
bubble
it
on
here
earth.
first. Stay away from
Yeah.
the
biggest bubble that
Yeah.
you've tasted thus far.
All right,
Wow.
fit check, drink check complete. Allison, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I say that to every guest, not just you.
That actually is
that is
perfect.
funny though.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, because I'm in food, I do get it.
Ooh,
If people don't know who you are a newsletter writing, podcasting Brooklyn resident. What is it like being a fucking statistic?
I know. Isn't it annoying?
No.
It is.
You're the one that does the. Everyone else is annoying.
Okay.
Yeah. You create something tangible that
Yes,
people
I
then
do.
can nourish
I do.
themselves
Yes,
versus
that's
what
true.
we do.
Which is just
Right,
like
right,
talking
right.
about
Anyone else.
That's
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. It does feel annoying to be a multi hyphenate.
Mm.
Well, when you say multi hyphenate,
kidding.
now you're annoying. Yeah.
Well, no, that's the phrase in itself is
Doesn't-
annoying.
Yeah, an annoying
Yeah.
phrase. In
But
and of
I'm
itself.
saying, like, sometimes I wonder, like, if I'm having this hard of a time describing to somebody what I do, am I doing too much?
yes.
You know?
Yeah.
How come you don't
definitely.
consider yourself a chef? Because
A
I asked
cook?
you,
A cook?
I asked you how to introduce yourself, and you said writer and cookbook author, which you
Yeah,
are both
a
those
chef
things.
is like, I'm a chef and like I'm an authority and
Thanks.
I sort of associate chef with restaurant maybe.
Okay.
Unless people, everyone's a fucking private chef now.
Oh.
But like, how many clients do you have to be a private chef?
You can
One.
like cook for your
Yeah,
partner.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
a private chef.
Yeah. You know, you can also say I'm a best-selling author and that can mean you sold 5 books in one day and it was the
No,
best-selling
you have to be on
book.
the New York Times
No, you
bestseller
don't.
list. Come on.
You have to say New York Times bestseller.
Are you calling
Oh.
authors out on their shit?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying.
Are you New York Times bestselling author?
Yes, I am. Thank you
Fire.
for asking. But also that list kind of doesn't.
It doesn't
mean
count?
that much.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
it's all done. It's like any award or any accolade. You're like, once you understand how it is or isn't given, or you're just kind of like, oh,
There's only one award that matters, and that's the fucking checkbook. How
yeah.
many did I sell? How many did I sell
You
on
mean
Amazon?
the giant check they
Yeah,
award
yeah,
you?
yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah. New York
The
Times,
novelty
yeah.
check?
I know that there are books that have sold more than mine that have never made the list, and I know that I've sold
Oh.
more books than other people, and that book didn't make the list.
How many copies of your own did you buy to get on that list then?
You can't, and there's regulation against that. Oh, actually, there's not. So here's
Yeah.
the deal. So
is the
last
rapper
time my
move.
book,
Def Jam.
Yeah.
like sweet enough, my last cookbook made the New York Times bestseller list, and it's under miscellaneous how-to advice.
What?
So like it used
'Cause it's
cookbooks
desserts?
used to have no, because it's a cookbook. 'Cause cookbooks used to have their own like. Oh my God. Cookbooks and like crafts or something used to have their own category.
Okay.
And then they combined cookbooks and crafts or whatever
used to
with
live in a proper
miscellaneous
country.
advice how to.
That's weird.
Meaning like you're up against like self-help books and therapy
Ugh.
books and whatever, and books
Fake shit.
from the Bible. So
Oh,
what
you're done.
happens is when I made the list, I was number 2. And the book above me it was like, love your way. Verses from the Bible to help you love better, whatever.
It's on
But
site
it
Soup
has
for the soul ass book.
but if
It's
you
on
look
site,
closely,
Jesus.
there's like a tiny cross next to it,
Oh.
which isn't it doesn't mean Catholicism or Christianity. It's
It's
just
like an
happened to
asterisk.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an asterisk, which means that there was a bulk buy. Meaning, what you can do
Oh.
if you have a church, you can buy
Oh,
books for
come
everyone in your
on.
church, and that counts as a sale.
But the
So-
cross doesn't mean bulk buy for a church.
No,
it
no,
means
no.
bulk buy.
It means bulk buy.
Confusing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So like there's like a workaround where you can be like, yes, we sold the most copies because I purchased them as an individual because it's a church and whatever. This is boring.
From one writer to another, I would go with published author.
Really?
I'm a published author. You're a published author. We're good. Who cares about lists and numbers? Who cares that nobody
you mean
bought
like
my
when I
book and everyone bought
describe,
yours?
like,
Yeah,
what I
published
do?
author. Yeah, published author.
Published author feels vague and like I'm selling myself short.
Yeah. It's like chef.
Okay, well, never
No,
mind.
chef
then.
just feels like I'm
a chef.
a chef.
cook.
Yeah,
Can anyone say, if you're
I say cook.
and is that like a job? Because that's like how everyone is a cook.
No,
Technically, well, not
everyone.
technically, but okay.
Unfortunately, not everybody.
Okay, so the podcast, solicited advice, unsolicited advice.
Solicited advice.
People come to you with their fucking problems, and you give your
Fucking
advice.
problems.
Yeah, outro
Fucking
music.
problems. Yeah.
What's the worst advice you've ever given?
Ooh.
The worst advice I ever given, what was it? Somebody was like very upset about it. They're like, that's the worst advice I've ever heard. What was it? I don't
On
think I
pod?
went back.
Or just in life?
No, like someone commented.
Okay.
Like on the YouTube video or something. But I don't
took
think
your
it was
advice and
my
ruined my
advice. I
life.
think it was my guest's
Oh.
advice.
So that's not you giving
Yeah.
it. Then. You're scot free.
You got to put a
I
little cross
actually,
next
you
to
know
the
what?
comment.
The issue with the show, which I'm like workshopping right now for season 2, is that I think that I sometimes am too afraid to give bad advice and I get a little soft. And I don't think anybody that really knows me would describe me as soft, but I think that in giving people advice, I do feel like a sense of responsibility to be like sensitive and delicate to like
Got it.
their needs. And I'm like, is this like becoming vanilla and soft and like not actually indicative of my personality? Like
Yeah.
could
I
I
see.
be realer?
So
Could
season 2,
I-
you're going to go harder?
I might go a little, not harder, but I might take a chance on being a bit more honest.
Well, good
of what,
advice
like my real opinion is.
Yeah,
Right.
keeping it real.
And it is. They're all real opinions. I'm not bullshitting anyone.
Right.
It's more just I'm taking the softer approach, which actually, isn't a horrible thing.
Sometimes the best advice is the advice that you need to hear, not that you want to hear. So you might have to just
Yeah.
fucking go hard in the paint on these people and stop pussyfooting around.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, you got to shut it down. You gotta like,
Shut up.
There was one woman who
Shut down.
was sort of like, it was like this relationship and it was like, we're going to take time off. But like, I really, don't, I'm sort of like, we keep just like seeing each other and hanging out and we're going to like have 3-month check-ins
That
to
new
like
top.
see if we still want to be together.
3-month
Girl.
check-ins?
What about check-ins? Like a State of the Union? on
Yeah. And I
relationship?
was
Ugh.
like, no, I was like, you got to move on.
Yeah.
Like you got to
Right,
shut
right.
it
This is-
down.
this is
You
over.
got to move on. But it's also like, that's my advice, not knowing either of these people really. So you're just sort of like weighing in, being like, here are my like hottest takes
Nice.
from
Yeah,
not
for
much
sure.
information.
I have a question. So, like, you are a avid reposter when you drop like a recipe and then like people are making it all that week. Like
Yeah.
the golden orzo soup is that
Yeah, with
right?
mushrooms, yeah.
with mushrooms look fantastic, and everyone's like, everyone that you're reposting, it looks like the best fucking meal I've ever seen. If someone makes one of your recipes and they post it and they tag you, but it looks like shit, will you repost it or will you be
Yeah.
like,
But
really?
they almost never do.
They always look great.
They always look great. I
Yeah.
do no editing for that. I'm like, if you make it, I post. There's a lot of time. I do it significantly less than I used to just because I don't have the time.
Right.
And it's also like not necessarily what people want to see all the time. Like I kind of do it when like a recipe comes out that week to like encourage
Push
I feel like
other
it
people.
would embolden someone to be like, you know what? All these other people are doing. It
Exactly.
looks great. I'm going to fucking
And
dive
that's why
into
I
the
do
orzo
it.
mushroom soup.
Exactly.
Shit
Well,
is
I think
golden.
it's like,
liquid
oh,
gold.
if I make it, people might be like, oh, it looks nice because you made it. But it's
Yeah.
sort of like, well, if other
She
people
sprinkled
make it,
just the right amount of parsley on top.
Exactly.
I'm
And I
gonna make
always
an
do.
Alison Roman
And I
recipe and
always
make
do.
it look like shit and see if you repost it or not. We'll
I
see.
might not.
You might not.
Do you have a burner account?
Shy of 2020, but I had to get rid of that
true?
one. Yeah, but I think I don't know if I got logged out.
Oh, he got logged out,
Yeah.
like metaphorically
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
spiritually.
totally,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Who?
definitely.
Yeah, they logged him out the paint, dude. Who's the most famous person that cooked one of your recipes on their own without you, like, or some type of SponCon thing or whatever?
I've never asked anyone to cook a recipe of mine. I've never paid anybody to cook a recipe, but I
Okay.
never asked them to.
So
So,
then, like-
I resent the accusation.
Is that a
wow.
thing? Are you like,
no,
yo,
maybe. I don't know.
Yo, Reese
I don't know what other
Witherspoon
people
cook
do.
my shit.
Yeah.
Not you, but like,
Yeah, but I don't think you can make Reese Witherspoon.
no, but
do
like, I'll
anything.
pay you $1 million to cook my shit and post
Has
it.
Reese
No.
Witherspoon made your shit
She is aware of my presence,
sick?
but I don't. She probably has. I think she cooks.
You got like Oprah?
I haven't seen an Oprah. Jennifer Garner, who has like a
Whoa.
massive following.
Electra.
She
Yeah.
cooks a lot of my
Of your
recipes.
stuff? Fire.
Yeah.
And it looks good?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
I think she's a pretty talented home cook.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Does she have her own like newsletter, lifestyle, home
No,
brand?
she films herself cooking, and people fucking love it. They eat it up because she's just very charming. She's so
Yeah, she's
like,
famous.
yeah, she's like,
Stars are just like us.
yeah, but better. And
Yeah,
more-
well, so much better
No,
and
not
richer.
better, not better. Just like
Better
she's
looking.
people
Better,
were like,
better.
she's just delightful. She
Okay.
just seems delightful. And maybe I don't think she's full of shit. I think she actually probably is delightful.
Who would be someone where if they cooked your shit, it would like blow your socks off, it'd blow your bombas off?
Oh my god, I don't want to be like associated with Bombas.
No,
But
why not? Bombas is good.
had I known when I left the house this morning, I was like making a fucking choice.
We make choices every day, B.
Yeah.
I know, but okay.
There's some homeless guy with socks that is like so thankful for
Yeah.
you. So
Oh.
don't worry.
Okay,
You're
thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
Who? God, I
There's
don't
got to
know.
be someone that you like
Like
super
if
fan.
Martha Stewart chefed your shit up, would you go crazy?
She won't.
Yo, remember when Alice Waters ate one of your hot dogs?
That was cool.
That was funny.
Yeah, I didn't make the hot dog, but I did grill it, and
so-
she did enjoy it.
That was funny.
Right, no one expected you to like slaughter the
No, I
animal and
didn't. I didn't go
taste
through
it
the processing.
Right.
No,
I was on a potent mix of substances and thought I was hallucinating Alice Waters eating a fucking glizzy. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, did you pick the toppings or did she dress it herself?
I think she dressed it herself.
How did she do?
I think she went like
We talked about this on the
mustard,
pod for some
onion?
reason.
Very
before.
briefly, very briefly.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'd have to run method tapes because I frankly don't remember.
Right.
I myself was on a
heady
glizzy of
mix.
something.
Heady mix.
Glizzy Bender. She's
What is
glizzy
glizzy?
drunk.
A Dijon
A
mustard.
glizzy is a
Hot dog.
hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
in what parlance? Where,
Young
from where does
black
that come
American?
from?
I don't know.
Black Twitter?
Oh,
Who knows?
I've never heard that.
Really? You never heard glizzy gobbler?
No,
Hey, yo, we got with the glizzy.
no,
Never heard that?
and I
Damn.
never want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Wow, glizzy top. The bingo card is going to be checked off by the time we get out of here, dude.
You guys are really
What's-
giving me an education.
What's your glizzy toppings of choice?
Oh, hell yes.
Yellow mustard,
French's?
French's, raw onion,
Ooh, like,
white
Diced?
onion. Yeah, diced or thinly sliced.
okay.
I like thinly sliced.
Yo,
Personally.
the thinly sliced raw onion on your ham sliders.
It really is
Mamma
an ingredient
mia.
that, I mean, that's not different. Ham is a hot dog. A hot dog is a ham.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Not all hot dogs are ham, but all ham. Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. There's a similarity.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Great that we can get to the bottom of that one. I agree with you.
Okay,
It's a
sorry.
hot
So
dog.
French's yellow mustard,
Thinly
raw
sliced onions.
white onion.
Yeah, I like a pickled pepper. That could be a jalapeno. That could be a peppercini.
You're
Very
building
mid-
a
very-
Chicago dog.
very
dude.
Midwestern.
I know.
Yeah.
I love a Chicago dog
a
minus
Chicago
the
dog.
relish minus the tomato.
Oh shit.
So like,
No
is it
relish?
really a
A tomato could kick rocks. on
yeah?
it in regard.
Is that really a Chicago dog if you take out those two core elements?
I
I'd say
think
it's a
you need
variation of.
the relish that matches your polo shirt, like that nuclear.
Oh,
speaking of
yeah,
nuclear,
it's a
that
little
green.
Ooh,
sweet
I
for
hate
me.
that shit. Yeah.
But I
Ugh.
do love a dill pickle on there.
Ooh.
Like, is there like a slang term for pickle that I'm not picking up on that I could be inserting here? Or
No.
Okay.
Nothing off
Cool.
top.
I don't know. I felt like ripe for that.
Yeah,
but
no.
We'll workshop.
yeah,
I'm
don't worry
sure
about
you
it.
will.
We'll come back to it.
So we all know the Alison Roman viral recipes: the cookie, the shallot pasta,
Cookie.
the labna dip. Right.
Bucatini.
What recipes of yours have bricked the hardest? Just fucking no one fucked with them.
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, I don't think any.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. But I also try not to quantify. Like, be like, oh, did this perform? Like I don't
the
look at the
virality
numbers.
of it making it successful.
No, I'm honestly very consistent.
Even the turmeric chicken.
Yeah, that one. That
one crazy.
what's that one?
I don't know. Don't you do
You
turmeric
made
chicken?
it.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I was like upstate and we're like, yo, make the Alison Roman turmeric chicken. Not you, but like, whatever with the
Oh,
people. I was
someone
with.
else.
Yeah.
There's a recipe that
I
you
only
like
cook Alison Roman.
coat chicken in turmeric and roast it with, and then like dress it with crushed olives.
Sounds good
And that
as
was
fuck.
actually the #1 recipe on the New York Times that year. So
That's
that
the
was
one.
not a brick.
That's the one.
I'd say the opposite.
That's the
I'd
one.
say it went hard.
What
or
about
something.
is there a recipe of yours?
That's right.
Is there a
Hard
recipe
as
of yours
hell.
that like went crazy that kind of surprised you because you didn't think that it was going to have like that much love or attention?
Anytime I make like a brown bowl of beige stuff, I'm always like, wow, people fuck with this
Some
still. And
slop.
I'm like,
Peasant
sometimes I'll be
slop.
like, oh, this is like
Gruel.
not the most beautiful thing,
Right.
but it tastes so good that I feel very excited to share it. And like that's like a less likely candidate for something to spread.
Because it doesn't look
Like a
very
dilly bean
beautiful.
stew or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
creamy
Right.
cauliflower pasta, things that are like monotone. Although I'm very into monotone these
Okay.
days.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that a food trend? Monotone bowls of
I
gruel?
don't know. It's a trend for me
Okay.
in my
You're
personal
just
life.
into it. Why is that?
Um,
Easy?
No, I just think it's easier to always add something
Oh.
colorful to something
Oh,
and be
like
like,
to
oh, it
make
looks
it
nice. It's like, well,
vibrant.
but is it necessary? Do you need it? Is
Got
it
it.
really adding anything?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why the pickled onions, bitch?
Damn.
Yeah,
so you've
exactly.
never,
Not
so you've
everything
never
is about
missed on a
onions.
recipe ever.
If I miss, I don't publish it. It doesn't mean every recipe is going to be for everyone.
Oh, if it makes to the point where it's getting published, then we know that shit be hitting.
Yeah,
that's
at least
fair.
to me. But that's not to say
She's
that. Like,
she's like, this one sucks, but whatever.
no, I would never do that because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cared way too much about what people think, which is like a real sickness.
What's
but
the-
I,
sorry.
yeah,
What's like the average time for recipe development?
it depends. Sometimes I make something once and I'm like, oh, it's pretty good, and then I'll make it again to make sure that the measurements are right.
Are you like constantly tweaking though? Or you're like, oh, maybe if I added some
Sometimes,
pickled
like
onions.
I made like a beef stew the other day because I was like, oh, I really want to make like a beef stew recipe because I
Stew season.
because I don't really like beef stew, so I'm like I should make one that I really love and enjoy.
What?
And I made one and I was like, doesn't really hit.
Oh, you didn't do. I thought you were going to like say, and I did this, and I.
No, I haven't like
it to the next
I
level.
put it on pause and haven't revisited it since, but I will bring it back and try to tweak it. But it's like didn't really hit enough on even the first time for me to be
Interesting.
like, I got to revisit this right
So you got to
now.
be. You got to keep yourself honest.
Oh, 100%. It's just me in there.
Do you have like a white whale recipe that you
Yeah.
have never been able to like really nail, or like you had to put it on pause for forever?
I mean, maybe this beef stew.
Damn,
I
you're just
don't
gonna
know,
be in the
but maybe I
lab
just
like
don't
Dexter
like beef
forever.
stew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also could just be like, that's not for me.
yeah,
That's not me.
That's not
And
me.
and that's okay. There's a lot of recipes that exist in the world that I've never even attempted that
Right.
genre or to develop because I'm like, it's like not really my vibe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You-
You know
it's a-
thyself in
It's
the
a pre.
kitchen.
It's a pre-brick. It's a pre-brick.
Totally. I'm
You
like,
better
this
get
isn't going to be good because I'm not going to. And I also, if I can't like, I'm not that good of a liar. I'm not a good liar really at all. But like, I can't bullshit my way into like convincing someone to make something if I don't
Yeah.
really like it.
Ain't no
Like,
flaky
if
salt
I'm-
gonna fix that.
No.
Allison, show me the kitchen hack that you randomly saw one day that is now a standard unconscious practice in your life. Do you have one?
What?
Who did you just become?
Yeah, what was
You don't know
that?
that. You don't know that fucking TikTok. Come on, guys. Do you ever-
I'm not
what's
on
the-
TikTok. I don't have a TikTok.
No,
I
I'm a
don't
grown
look
man,
at it.
dude. I don't know that.
Does Gen Z fuck with you?
I don't know.
Do you care?
No.
I thought you
You just,
just
like-
care what people think of you. Oh,
I
but
do.
not
Gen Z.
children.
Well, yeah, in a sense. No, I mean, there are a lot of young people, Gen Z, that like follow my work and like cook my recipes and come to the events that I do and like buy the books. But like, they'll find me.
You're not meeting them at their level.
No,
TikTok.
because I'm almost 40 and I'm like, how pathetic would it be if I was constantly
Right.
trying to pander
Build
to
it and
every
they will come.
generation
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
came?
how pathetic would that be? We wouldn't know. What the fuck? Glizzy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I sort of like, I think about that a lot. And it, especially like when you've been doing something for a long time, like we all have. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, we're the oldest people in the room, or we're, you know, how are we evolving to like stay relevant or like keep people engaged? And I'm just like, you know, that's like not a game that I think I'm going to win.
Also, your fan base is already so locked in, right?
Yeah, a lot of people are locked
The
in.
Roman army.
Yeah, but I think
Roman
when
Empire.
things
There
are
it is.
good and they do sometimes travel to TikTok via someone else who's popular on TikTok, like someone else who's like a food content creator,
Mhm.
they'll make one of my recipes.
Do they credit you properly?
Yeah,
Because
not
I
always, but sometimes.
the shallot pasta was like very much. We're making the Alison Roman shallot pasta, but like I have to
Totally.
imagine there might be some shit I'm seeing on TikTok where I have no idea that it's one of yours.
Yes, there's
They're
a lot of
just claiming
recipes where I'm
it's
like, oh, that's mine. But you know what's funny?
Biters,
People
literally.
will tag me and be like, that's Allison's. Like, give her credit, and I'm like, that's sweet.
And you're like, stop snitching.
no, no, I
Leave
think
me
it's
alone.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I have too much integrity.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
That's my excuse for everything as well.
I know. I got that sense.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing that Lawrence and I have to deal with all the time, and I can show you the fucking texts from
Wow.
certain friends. Is that I don't know about you, but like I feel like I get hit up all the time, and this is. By the way,
Oh,
when you
'cause
hit
I
me up
just
about
did
this,
this.
you just
I
did
just
this,
did
but
this.
that's totally fine. They're like, oh, like, you know, asking about like clothing related questions. Do you get hit up all the time by your friends, like asking what they should make for dinner, what groceries to buy, or like other food related questions? Do you
Yes.
shut them down or do you help them out?
I help them out. I like helping people. Sometimes I'm annoyed. I had somebody the other day text me and say, can you send me the mushroom soup recipe?
Please.
And I was like, it's in the newsletter. So either you're not a paying subscriber, because that one was for
Ooh,
paying subscribers
busted.
only,
Yeah.
or I don't, like, that's like the only conclusion I could come to.
Or
And
you're
they were like,
fucking
yeah, but
boomer.
I'm at the store. And I'm like, oh,
have your
honey.
phone?
Like,
Oh, you
I
don't
was
bring your
like,
phone to the
that's
store?
so annoying. And I was like, I will send it to you. But like, this wasn't a person that I even know well enough at this point
Damn.
to like give them shit for it.
They were asking a lot from
They
you, though,
were.
on the other side of the coin.
I
if
thought
they
so
don't know
too.
you that well.
I
Yeah.
thought so too.
fucked
Well, I've known them for a long time, but we're not. If that makes sense, you know, those people
Nope.
that like you've been in your life
Yeah,
for a long
like a
time.
colleague.
Yeah,
Did
or
he-
like a family friend or something like that.
You're like, this motherfucker, I can't get rid of him.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Oh my God.
No,
you
no,
had
but
to
it was.
stick a
I
bad
was like,
penny.
that's
wish I didn't invite them to
annoying.
my wedding.
Like, don't ask me to do like work for you.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes people be like, I'm having 6 people over tomorrow, and I don't know how. I like it's 2 vegetarians, 1 gluten free. Like, and I'm like,
Yeah. Fun party.
It's I'm like, okay, that I kind of enjoy the challenge of thinking through. Like, it's a fun thought exercise.
That's
Keep you on your
what-
toes.
That's what you use
Kind of.
ChatGPT for.
Yeah, and that's what I turn into a human chat GPT.
yeah.
No,
That's
for real,
steel
if you're
sharpening
like-
steel, dude. You're keeping
Yeah.
fucking on
I'm
your
trying.
shit,
I'm
dude.
trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like think about all the
With the
things.
AI and Alison.
It's also helpful for me to know what people are looking for and how they cook and put stuff together. It's like all information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your mushroom orzo soup, is that on your Mount Rushmore of soups?
Let's do it.
Mushroom soup.
Yeah. This
What is
I'm
on
so
Alison
excited
Roman?
for
What is
this.
on Alison Roman's Mount Rushmore of soups?
Yeah. Top 4 all time unranked. Hit us. We have a lot of opinions on soups.
You
Yeah.
do?
We
Dude,
do.
we've literally gone through this thought exercise before on the show.
What's
Several
yours
times.
then?
Miso.
Wait, do we
I
say
think
ramen
like
count? Does ramen count?
I don't
or
think
do
ramen
we-
counts.
Okay.
I think like I think like a tomato basil, just simple. French onion, I think.
French onion's number one.
I forget.
Corn chowder.
Ooh.
Corn chowder?
Broccoli cheddar. Chicken noodle.
Potato leek. I've been making a lot of potato leek soup. But what's on yours?
Yeah, sorry. We digress.
Okay,
we gave you
so
that you,
wait, here's well, back to like the white whale of it all. French onion soup is one of those soups that like I always want to like more than I do. It's too, and I don't know another word to use, so please don't make fun of me for saying it. It is too like dank. Like it's like it is like
it's too loud. It's too loud.
It's too concentrated. It's too
It's very
intense.
punchy. It's very punchy.
It's like I can't eat that much of it, and I want to be able to, but it's too
damn
like
I
a
thought
little
I wouldn't get
sweet,
offended
a
today.
little beefy, a little like too beefy.
Too beefy.
Like a really like. Have you ever
Too
had a
beefy.
steak that's like really dry aged, and you're like, this is too beefy?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like-
but
yeah.
that's
That's how I
but
kind of
that's-
feel about French onions too.
you know
This is a little too French. A little
no,
too
it's just
stinky.
like a little too.
it's not
beefy.
stinky. I mean,
No.
Gruyere is.
No, yeah, and I like that. Sometimes the cheese is too thick. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes the bread's too thick. You can't get in there. I have a lot of opinions, so I'm like,
Wow.
how do I?
So French
I'm
onion soup
thinking
is
about it a
not
lot right
on
now.
the Mount
no,
Rushmore.
but I'm thinking about it a lot right now. It occupies
Any-
like a good percentage of my brain these
Could you
days.
undankify a French onion soup and
I'm
do like
gonna
a
think about
diet one? Like a
no,
diet
it's not
Coke for-
diet. It's not
for
like
all
less
the losers out here.
cheese
Raw
and, like,
onions.
uh,
any dish that where like there's a like cookware or like
a specific vessel for
specific vessel. It's
That's
like
tough.
calls for that and that only. I'm like, shut up. Like,
yeah, that's tough.
fuck outta here.
Yeah,
That's
but
tough.
the only soup that deserves that is the goat of soups, which is French onion soup.
Whatever.
people.
Do you own a French onion
I
soup?
literally
in-
went
what is
through
it? A
Fate.
soup in? Yeah,
It's the only thing you can make.
No, I can make really good wings as well, but I went through a French onion soup phase, and I have 12. I have 2 sets,
Same.
and I had a French onion soup party.
Wow,
And
that
I
is
have all
so earnest of you.
I love that soup. I made it my mission to like.
That is the most delicate thing about you.
That was his
you.
pandemic hobby. French
Making
onion
soup?
soup. Yeah.
No, French only French onion soup.
Okay, so French onion
Okay.
soup not on Alison
Not on
Roman's
my
Mount
list.
Rushmore.
No, potato leek is up there.
It's good.
Good one.
You know
good.
what I love, which I do like a lot of variations of, are like a split pea soup.
Ooh, underrated
But
for
like
sure.
really
Just at a
underrated.
diner or
I make
something?
a really good one.
Nice.
What else? I make a really good tomato soup, but I like kind of fortify it with like red lentils.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
What about pozole? I feel like you made a pozole that looked
You know,
fucking
that's
dank.
almost
pozole.
stew. I would say that's a stew.
Okay.
I've had it brothy, but then we get into like pho.
Brother.
We get
Yeah.
into which is like if ramen's not on the list, how could pho
no,
be on the
fuzz.
list?
That's its own.
Separate category.
Yeah.
Chicken noodle is effectively like you know what I mean.
But
You're
chicken
like
noodle.
It's a soup.
If Campbell
matzo ball
sells
soup.
it, it's
Matzo
a-
ball soup, top 5,
Ooh.
top 4. I guess there's only 4.
Okay,
people
so we
on
got
Mount
one
Rushmore.
matzo ball soup.
Matzo ball
Oh,
soup.
and potato leek
and split pea.
and split pea.
So you got one slot left.
One more.
I would say
Now I'm just thinking about so many good soups.
I know, I'm so
Tortilla.
hungry.
You didn't even say tortilla soup.
no.
Ooh.
I don't like the fried pieces of the stuff in there.
Oh, the
Really?
good shit.
Yeah.
The
I don't
fried
like that.
air. You don't like? You like?
Oh,
No, I don't like
fried
crispy
wontons?
gonzagi.
Plain sour soup
Ooh.
from American Chinese.
Ooh. Tom yum. Ooh.
Tom yum is
Tom yum.
fire.
Goated.
But why would you? But you'd have tomato and tom yum on. You can't have both. You got
They're
to.
very different soups.
I think
What are
they're
you
both
talking
tomato
about?
based.
No, they're not. Tom yum is not
Tom yum is
tomato
like
based.
clear. It's like white.
Yeah,
Not
how
from the
dare
place
you?
that I order from.
Campbell's. Campbell's Tom yum.
Yeah.
Tom's.
Never mind. Just pretend I'm not here.
I don't know. I'm leaving the 4th slot open.
Okay.
For rotational.
When you finally nail that
purposes.
beef stew.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah.
What about Mount Rushmore sandwiches?
I don't like sandwiches.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And you know that. You know
I know, we
that.
set
You
you
must
up.
have Googled that.
No, we set you up for sure. So can you explain what
Why
what
don't
the
you like-
fuck's wrong with you? Dude?
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
I
Ever.
don't like my food touching like that. I don't like.
Bro.
Okay, well, here's the
What?
thing.
Are
Here's
you
the thing.
a child or autistic? Like, what's
No,
going on there?
I'm a professional and I have really good taste. And hear me out that I feel
Literally.
like when you make a good, okay, so tuna sandwich is approved. Grilled cheese on the list. A really good turkey sandwich
Sure.
on the list.
Okay.
But the way that I make it, it's basically like, it's a salad with between like
That's
thin
not a
pieces of bread.
sandwich.
No, I know, but I'm saying sandwiches are too. We've jumped a shark. They're too full. They're too saucy. They're
Right.
too wet. There's too many ingredients. There's too many flavors. They're too hard to eat. It's disgusting.
Well, I feel like Instagram and like making like
It's ruined the sandwich for
making
me.
the stunt sandwich
It's fucking
for like
ruined
right, right,
sandwiches.
social
The internet has
media.
ruined
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Number one on the list,
Sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Gen Z slopped up
Assassination.
Sammy's. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too much.
Our brains
But-
and sandwiches. That's what the fucking internet has
It's
ruined.
all people care about is what does it look like when you cut it open and you do the cross section?
Yeah, the
Tell me
reveal.
that's enjoyable to eat.
Do you think the pendulum's going to
fucking dare
swing
you.
back where we're going to see more like simple soup, simple sandwiches where it's like, oh, look, I'm doing turkey, cheese, and a good bread.
Yeah, if they were smart, they would be like, that's what if you travel anywhere and you get like the best sandwich from that place, it's always like 2 to 4 ingredients done really well.
Sure. Yeah.
And like flawless.
Like like in
So,
Italy,
like,
you get
what
like
are
a
we
fucking meat
talking
and
about?
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paris, Vietnam, like every sandwich served on like a beautiful crusty baguette or whatever. It's
Tonkatsu
like,
sando.
So you
Yes,
fuck with the banh mi
exactly.
then, right? Obviously.
yeah, it's not
Okay.
my preferred thing to eat of Vietnamese food, but
Okay.
I love Vietnamese food.
Yeah, same. Damn.
Well,
Okay, so
banh
sandwiches.
mi's on my Mount Rushmore.
Damn, I
Sandwiches.
can't believe you just canceled sandwiches, dude.
Sandwiches
no,
out.
they're not for me. And I think
Slip
if we
me
all,
in.
exactly. I think if we all really take a deeper look, we'd all agree.
Wow.
The medium
I don't know.
molds. The medium molds the message.
Yeah, it's not like I hate the ingredients inside of it. I'm not opposed to things between bread. It's just take a
You
step
gotta
back.
hate the player, not the game. And you're hating the game right now. It's about the person making the sandwich, overstuffing it, making it a stuffed thing. Like the sandwich
Sure.
itself, I feel like you're
But if
giving
all
it.
the sandwiches available to you are bad, then I'm going to hate the game.
What about the?
You know what I mean?
What
No,
about
I get
the?
it.
What about the recently viral Italian chopped salad sandwich, where you make a chopped salad and
Yeah.
you just put it in a fucking
bread.
gyro?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I mean,
That's an
it definitely-
abomination.
It definitely looks
Damn.
gross. I'm sure it tastes well. Every bite is the perfect mixture of all the
No,
ingredients.
it's soggy. It's the reason a sandwich and why there are sandwich artists is because
Yeah, they
there
work at
is an
Subway.
art. Yeah, I know. My favorite sandwich place.
Really?
Yes.
Is that your favorite fast food?
What about Jersey Michaels?
No, I prefer Subway to Jersey Mike's.
Wow.
I know. I did a taste test
Lauren's
for
gonna
myself.
jump off the balcony.
I did a taste test on myself to make sure that I wasn't just like blindly allegiant to Subway because I grew up eating Subway.
Right.
But like, I was like, no, I prefer because Jersey Mike's uses a different lettuce. The bread is not as good.
They use shreddis.
Subway's bread
So does
is
Subway.
delicious, though.
It's better.
I agree.
It makes
I know,
it.
better.
And Jersey Mike's are too big. They also don't carry yellow mustard. They only do brown mustard at Jersey Mike's.
So
which
what's your
is-
Subway's order?
It's turkey, yellow mustard, pickled peppers, onion, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, pickles.
Very puckery sandwich.
Yes,
Yeah.
tangy. It's crunchy.
Yeah.
It is full of life. It's just the right amount of everything.
Wow.
But so Subway is your favorite fast food. You're not fucking with Mickey
Fast
D's
food.
or-
I love Taco Bell. God, I love
wow.
Taco
What's
Bell.
the
What's
Taco
the
Bell
order, dude? What are we getting
I mean,
into?
so I recently went to Taco Bell to take my husband for the first time. He had never been to a Taco
I've only
Bell.
had it twice.
What?
Yeah.
Did you grow up in New York?
New Hampshire.
Okay.
Just-
Well, are there Taco Bells in New Hampshire? I guess so, right?
It's a blind spot
Yeah,
for
I mean-
certain people because most people, it's like you just go to McDonald's if you want fast food, right?
Sure.
That's why it's
no,
McDonald's.
I'm not a McDonald's person.
Really?
I am a Taco Bell person, but I don't eat it often at all. I
Right.
haven't been in
It's a-
years.
it's a treat.
So I was like, oh, what are we going to get? What is
Yeah.
the order? Turns out there's like 3 things on the menu. So
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Because they always have new shit though. They
they pared back a lot though.
It's just
So what were the
permutations of the
3
same
things that
We
you
got
got?
the taco, hard shell taco, never
Okay.
soft, and a bean and cheese burrito.
Okay.
And I got him a burrito supreme
Nice.
without sour cream. 'Cause
What's
he
in a
doesn't like
burrito
sour.
supreme?
It's like meat and lettuce. It's like cheese.
Yeah.
It's like stuff is in there. It's like the taco, but in a burrito.
You didn't get a Doritos
Which was
Locos
not his
tacos?
favorite.
You didn't get the Doritos shell?
Oh, I did. I liked
Okay.
it.
It's really good.
I tried it.
Delicious.
I think but I did notice that when I took it out of the shell, it crumbled almost immediately.
Oh, bro.
It was very thin.
Yeah.
The original shell is
There
a bit
is-
sturdier.
structural integrity of the crunchy taco
Yeah.
is not. Taco Bell doesn't give a fuck.
Dorito gets like chewy.
Well, it was
like a
like
chewy
what
shell.
maybe you would like as a person who probably enjoys that chopped salad sandwich,
Enjoy
where
it. I
it basically
understand
just
the
becomes
concept.
nachos in the vessel.
Ooh,
no
yeah.
longer a taco. It's just
Right.
like a pile of the food with the shards of
You
shell.
just picked up
like,
a handful of
mixed-
nachos.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm noticing that you guys didn't get a Crunchwrap Supreme. That's a delicious
I don't-
mixture of
the
textures.
sour cream is too wet.
Well, it is
like a
kind of
dry-
like
When
a,
I was a
dry
kid,
food.
when I was a kid, yeah, I prefer dry food. When I was a
Like a
kid, I
dog.
really liked the double decker.
make
that
Taco
was my
Bell great
order.
again. That's what I'm hearing.
Is Taco Bell your go-to like drunk munchies, or what are you doing like if you're
No,
coming
I
home
don't do that
twisted and-
anymore.
No, you don't like make a late night order or anything.
We did for the first time in my adult life, and since being together, last weekend we did attempt to order McDonald's.
Oh, what happened?
How'd it
What
go?
do you mean attempt? What happened?
It never came, and so we went to
Did you use
sleep.
the official app? Or did you?
No,
just,
I think we tried to like
Gotta
Uber
use-
Eats it or something.
Gotta get the app and get the points.
But it was breakfast.
So I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a rare occasion.
Come
It was
on,
like-
Ronald.
But that was the first and only
Fucking
time
clown,
I've
dude.
tried to do that. Normally, no, I've kind of grown out of the phase where like I come home.
You don't like come
so
home like
drunk
raid,
that I
raid
need
the
to like eat
leftovers and
something.
no, just to like get some grease in your belly.
No?
All right.
I mean,
Okay.
no.
Maybe
I think that's like
that
a
beef-
pretty appropriate.
That beef stew's talking to me like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah.
No, what do I keep ice cream in the freezer? Sometimes I'll come home and eat that.
Oh, nice.
What
But,
like
like-
Ben and Jerry's or Talenti?
I
What are we
like
doing?
Haagen-Dazs mint chip.
Ooh, great! I'm a mint chip girly.
So
as well.
classic.
Talenti can be good, but only if it's the most frozen it can be. Because more often than not, because Talenti has more sugar than a lot of other ice
it's
creams,
so bad
it
for you.
is softer. No, it's not because it's bad for you. It's just softer.
No, I'm saying if you look, I mean, calorically, from my understanding, Talenti's like the worst.
Oh, I've never looked. I don't look at that, but I
Smart.
do know that it is sweeter,
Gelato.
perceptibly.
Is that because gelato's
Maybe,
there?
yeah. I think it's just like their whatever, their recipe,
recipe.
their proprietary blend.
Trying to kill America.
A ton of sugar.
Yeah. An Italian
Okay.
Trojan horse.
We've talked about like viral kind of like stunt IG dishes, sandwiches, et cetera, et cetera. What trends do you think are going to dominate the food world in 2024?
Beige food. No, I don't
not?
know.
Are we going to go simple? Are we going to go quiet luxury of food?
Hell, no, dude. I hope not.
I hope so.
That's
Yeah?
not decadent and
But
opulent
I don't
and
think
fun.
most people can carry that in the same way that like I do think about I did call that soup quiet luxury like as a joke. But it is because there's so few ingredients in it that you really have it's like people look at an expensive jacket or coat. Like I think about this all the time. And I'm like, am I gonna really spend this much money on like a white t-shirt or like a whatever?
right.
But you're like, fuck, it is the nicest one for a
Right.
reason. It costs so much for a reason. And like it's really hard to do that well. And it's really hard to make simple food be that delicious. It's really easy to throw a bunch of shit on a fucking plate and be like, that tastes pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think we're going to go, you think we're going to pare it back and simplify things this year?
I don't know if people have what it takes, but
Ooh.
Wow. Damn, dude. Throwing the gauntlet down.
no, I'm kidding. I don't know. I think that it's a lot easier to just to not do that.
Do you think there's like an ingredient that's going to go crazy this year? Like I feel like yuzu was last year's
An
shit.
element.
No, for real. I think like
Yuzu went crazy last year.
Yuzu went fucking
Where was
bonkers. I don't know. Often non-yuzu land. I don't know.
You were
Eating
too
a
busy
potato?
at
Yeah.
Taco Bell, dude.
Where the fuck was
The
yuzu?
drive-thru.
God, I don't know.
Is it too early to
See,
tell?
it's still
I think
early.
I also again like I've been doing this for so long that like I know all the ingredients and I've seen them all and I'm not going to be like
She's cooked
this
everything.
new ingredient's on the scene. I'm like like
Yeah, they
everything
just
like,
found a new herb, dude.
yeah exactly. I'm like I don't know like
Yo, new fish just dropped.
Yeah.
But
yeah
like,
like I don't know.
but you're like you're out and about eating at mad restaurants now, even though you are cooking for yourself at home a lot. Aren't you like you're
Yeah.
out here fucking scoping the scene?
I am, yeah.
What's going on? More French bullshit?
No,
Thank God.
I know. I think that's over.
Oh, thank fucking
That's
Christ.
over for sure.
Like the French bistro
Bistro's
bullshit.
out.
Bistro's not out. I think what we'll see are like bistros of a different style. And people will be like, this is a French Vietnamese bistro. This is
Oh, hell
a
yeah.
Chinese American bistro. This is
I'm
a
going there.
whatever, where it's
Yeah.
like bistro in concept with different food.
Now you're speaking
but
my
I do
language.
think that like food in general, like restaurants in general, will like go more that style.
Yeah.
What about in terms of like a cocktail for 2024? Do you have any predictions there? Or like what would you like? It's like what would you like to drink
Yeah.
this year? I know what my pick is. I'm sure he has one. We'd like to hear from you.
Thank you so much. What did we have last year? We had the espresso martini last year.
Oh yeah.
The
I'm
Cosmo.
so done, dude. I'm
What
so
about
done.
Aperol Spritz was like the year before,
yeah.
Yeah,
right?
and
For
the
sure.
Negroni. We had
Wasn't like the Shirley Temple girlies were in full effect last year? Was that,
that
2 years
didn't
ago?
last very long.
Okay,
But,
that's
like,
just
that
like
was sort of a
Spiked-
fake trend.
What's the Spike Shirley Temple called?
A spiked Shirley Temple, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Unfortunately,
Harvey Weinstein? I don't know.
Oh,
God
Hey
damn.
yo! I think that was just like one New York Times article, and it was just like, "Yeah, this is a trend."
About
It's like,
Harvey
no, it's-
Weinstein? I'm
No.
pretty sure it was the whole thing, dude.
Well, what do you think it's gonna be this year? Light juicy red. That was a fucking.
Oh, come
What's
on
juicy
now.
red? Oh, light
like-
juicy
yeah,
red.
like a natural
Natty
wine.
juice.
no, I think people. Well, if Josh Sellers is any indication, I think people are going to pendulum swing back to like I drink shitty Chardonnay and do that with
Josh.
wine.
Josh.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to
Josh-a-sance.
do. I think that there's going to be like a pendulum swing towards like liking bad things.
Franzia.
Ironically,
Like
Slap in
like,
the bag.
like mass beer, like fucking. I mean, we are big
Yeah.
Budweiser boys.
The
but
king
like,
of
I'm
beer,
a
that
Bud
type
Light.
of shit.
Bud Light is my favorite beer.
Really?
Yeah. It's just delicious beer.
Bud Light,
But-
though?
It's
Yeah.
so generic. It's just beer.
No, Bud Light is
You
trash.
like
beer water.
Budweiser? What are you
The
talking
king-
about?
Yeah, because that's
It's
the
the
king
king
of
of
beers.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay. Well, Bud Light is
How about a High Life?
literally.
Interesting. High Life?
I like High
The
Life.
champagne of beers.
I like High Life a lot, and you know what?
Modelo's with the fellows.
Oh.
I love Modelo's. I like any beer like that.
Yeah.
But I will say,
A lager.
somebody did recently tell me that they like Michelob Ultra Light. And I was like, that's crazy.
That
and they
sucks.
said it's the least sweet one out of all of them.
What?
So I tried it and they were right.
Wait,
Really?
they drank every beer they know?
This person
Were you talking to
was like-
Lawrence?
No, of the like popular big box, like big.
I'm gonna need another one to test it. Okay,
And,
all right,
and so you liked it?
Right
So
back.
I did. I liked
Michelob Ultra
Michelob.
Light
No.
is now your shit?
Yeah.
Isn't
Michelob
that
Ultra.
you're saying like when you go to Texas, it's like a big like it's what the frat boys drink because it's like yo bro only 98 calories.
It's weird,
or whatever,
like where you think the beer, who they're like advertising to, it's actually the exact opposite. It's like all, like a hipster fucks drink PBR or whatever.
Sure. Well, it's regional.
Right, and then when I go to Texas, where my wife is from, all like the cowboys
I always
drink
forget you're married.
Coors Light. Is it that hard to believe that a woman would
Yeah.
love me,
he,
Alison?
he tricks
No,
someone.
we're all deserving of love.
Thank you.
Lawrence.
Honestly, I
Are we?
agree. But they all drink. It's all the bros drinking Michelob Ultra
Yeah.
at like the bar where you can blast darts inside and do Garth Brooks karaoke. It's all a bucket of Michelob Ultras for the
Yeah.
folks. It's
Crazy.
crazy. to me.
They're pretty delicious, I gotta say.
Damn, I might have to tap back.
I think
into
it's
research
not
purposes.
cool,
Yeah.
but I think that we're going to see a pendulum swing towards things that are specifically uncool. That
Ironic, consumption.
I mean, or people are going to realize they don't actually give a shit. Like people are like, I'm supposed to drink orange wine, so I buy it. But now people
yeah,
are
that
like,
was huge.
wait, now I can just drink Josh in the open and no one gives a fuck because
I
it's
don't
actually cooler to do.
Yeah.
Then people are going to do
I
that.
don't have to drink wine that tastes like a foot.
yeah.
Yeah, people are
Hell
gonna
yeah.
my wish for people is that they start actually listening to themselves of what they like and don't like,
This is awesome.
and just buy and eat and drink
you
the
like.
thing that they like.
Yeah.
Dude,
whether
that's
it's
a fucking
cool or
bar,
not.
dude.
Yeah.
He's preaching that a lot, and I like to think that we try to bring that, to the fore. That's
Yeah.
very important. And so many people just get blinded by
Yeah,
whoever the fuck tells them, "Oh no, this is the thing." Okay,
this is the
sure.
thing. Yeah,
What?
I sort of I like if, and I will say that like again, a nice thing about working in any industry for a long time is that you have like a pretty good track record of either being like trend based or not, and like I'm pretty. Not.
Yeah.
Like I like the things that I like and I've liked them the whole time and I'm going to keep liking them. And then there's like things that can ebb and flow
Sure.
based on whatever. But like I'm never going to all of a sudden become an advocate for something because it's cool or other people like are excited by it or there's like money behind it.
Oh, for sure. Right. The Aperol Spritz thing was like literally a psyop. That was like paid for, like straight
Yeah.
up. Right? And
Yeah.
they're good. And we
Totally.
love
I'm
them.
like, yeah, it's a
but
good
like that
drink,
was
but, like-
manufactured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like in the content world? Because you have been doing this for the food content world, and I don't say that as like a pejorative. It's kind of like a catch-all
No, I know.
umbrella. What are some things that are like that really I don't know, fucking grind your gears happening in the food content world because it is very trend driven. It is
Yeah.
very virality is fucking arguably like food is like the internet now.
I know. This is a really uncool answer, but I like can't stop thinking about how much food is being wasted. It's like
For sure.
it's like it is kind of nuts.
That's why soups are fire because you can throw all your leftovers in a pot.
That's right,
just
baby.
simmer
Blend it
down.
up.
Yeah.
No, but like the stuntness of it, I'm just
Right.
like, there's no way people are really eating this, or the clip at which stuff is being produced.
Right.
There's no way people are eating all this food. Like that food's going in the fucking trash. I know it is because
Yeah.
I know as a person who's been in the kitchen to be like, okay, I'm gonna make all these things. I'm recipe testing. You're like, fuck, I have so much food. I have so much leftovers. I gotta like send you home with some. I gotta like call this part. Like, and you can't do that every day forever. Like, and that's like a weird complaint, I guess. But like,
No, that's you're talking about efficiency.
me,
and just
yeah,
like,
I
Food,
just-
food waste is a fucking ick for me.
It's
It's if someone's
gross.
just like, oh yeah, just throw it, or oh, I'm not going to eat this. Like
because I don't think
yeah.
they take it that seriously. And I think that to my maybe detriment, I take what I do so fucking seriously because it's like my life and my job and it's what I've always done. I care about it more than anything. That like I feel like it's really disrespectful
Yeah,
to
for
be
sure.
like, I'm doing this like basically for views, for fun.
There's also like in any friend group or family, and this is speaking from experience, that you have the burden of being the human garbage disposal, and then you're overeating if you're that guy. Because I don't want to
Yeah,
see
think of
anything go to
Lawrence.
waste. So I just
Think of
fucking-
Lawrence.
Yeah, dude. Think
Look
about
at
me.
this man.
Next time you're trying to make a viral video, think of Lawrence.
Yeah, look at this man. Do you really want more of him in the world? Come
Yeah, with
on.
this camera angle. Come on, guys. Jesus.
But yeah, I think that, and like, there's always going to be something that people are like, this is what we do now, and this is how we shoot videos, and this is how we talk, and this is how we
Yeah.
do it. It's like, I'm happy for all of you. I'm never going to
You're
compete.
blowing
and
up. That's good.
No, yeah,
Fantastic.
like I'm like, I can't. That's a race that no one wins.
Right.
And I am going to see myself out.
One aspect of food, like home cooking, that I really like is kind of like it's almost like problem solving, where it's like, all right, I got to do a week's worth of meals. I don't want to eat the same thing every single time, but how am I going to shop in a way that is like I'm not going to end up throwing a bunch of shit out at the end of the week because I'm not, how am I going to use this like one ingredient 5 or 3 different ways? Do you find that?
Do I find what?
I don't know. I don't
You
know why I
like to
said that.
problem solve in the kitchen. Let
Yeah.
me synthesize that for you.
But I feel like
Of course
also
I do.
you end up hosting a lot of
Challenge.
people and just kind of like
Yeah.
that's kind of I feel why people are drawn to the Roman Empire as well because it's like about the communal and friendship aspect of it.
Yeah, but
cooking.
also like the like low maintenance energy. And one thing that I have noticed is people like really going hard on like tablescaping. That's like I think
Oh.
we'll see more of that, not less.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Who cares?
People are
Sorry,
like because
I
it's
don't care.
people that can be tangentially involved in food without cooking,
I see.
which
we're
isn't
trying to
even
make
like
it more inclusive
No,
for
I don't
fucking
even think it's
creative people who
inclusive.
can't make a good meal.
no. I don't mean that as a
Way
pejorative.
to
I just
stack
think
that
it's
cheese, honey.
like well, like it's like well, I'm
Good
not
job, babe.
gonna cook or I don't, but I know how to like put a bow on a candlestick.
I can make a salami rose
I
with a
don't,
wine.
yeah, exactly. I'm literally not saying that as like a dig.
Yeah,
it's
the
more
table,
just
the
like
tablescape at the ham party though with the fucking the bread
Yeah.
trees, fire.
Thank you. My friend Lily helped me figure that out.
I think
'cause
Lawrence has
was
a
like,
question about the ham party actually.
why wasn't he invited?
No.
Oh.
I would never. I was just saying,
I'm just
like, asking for a friend, like, how would one get like, one of those invites to the ham gala? How would you know?
Listen, I've known James for years. He just
know.
got his first invite this
Yeah.
year.
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah. So I would say next year looks
I
good
just
for
want
you.
to. I would just say, like, if just throw my hat in the ring. I
You
like
can
ham.
also you can also
I can open. I can do a table.
Tablescape.
you can also just come with James
Oh, yeah.
because
+1.
a lot of people did that. A lot of people.
Oh, like,
I ran
arranged
into
a ham
somebody.
gala?
Oh yeah, I ran into some people at an unrelated event, and they were like, "Oh my god, so good to see you." Gave me a hug, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know who these people are."
fuck are
And they're like, "Haven't been stopped thinking about that ham." And they're like,
Wow.
"That party was amazing." I was like,
Wow.
"Oh yeah,
Fun
so
party.
you were
Damn.
at the ham party."
Last night was a ham gala.
Yeah, it was.
I did think I was like, oh damn, I got the invite, fire, and then like all these, I'm like, they're letting everybody in the ham gala
Oh,
these
stop.
days.
When did you see that? That you were like a shock to find.
Oh yeah, let's go, dude.
I'll never tell. But why do you think it did take a multi-million-dollar trip to Aspen that was full of private jets, celebrity chefs, and wall-to-wall Hermes for us to become homies? And do you think this is how all people should try and form their friendships?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think that's healthy or
That's
practical.
How, that's
frankly.
how we melt the ice caps for real, for real.
Yeah, I will say that I've softened to you pre Hermes.
Oh. I
Well,
thought you
we're
were gonna
not-
say just recently.
We don't have a family
No.
connection.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel endeared to you now through other avenues.
You got to know James, not Jimmy.
Yeah,
There it is.
that's right.
There
Wow,
it is.
dude.
I got to know Uncle James.
Wow.
Not my
Yeah.
friend
Uncle
James.
James,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So there's
understand.
a different,
Yeah.
energy.
Thankfully, wait, was that your first time flying private like us, right? Did we stop that?
100%.
Right. So if
We
it
were,
wasn't,
Perhaps
we were the
the last.
We were the noobs in the back.
if it
that
wasn't
fucked
for
up,
being
yeah.
complete bozos who fucked up and then were jammed up in like worse than economy on a normal flight, I don't know if this would have happened, honestly, right?
Maybe not. We would have
So
found
it was
ourselves.
worth it, actually. Honestly, I'd rather have, well, I don't know. It was a pretty
It
shitty
was
flight.
also like,
Might have
I want to
read
be honest, it
Captain's
was
chair.
like pretty nice still.
Yeah.
Oh, of
No.
course. I'm just, very obviously,
You're like,
Sure.
it was worse than economy on a jammed flight.
I
is
thought
so
so.
untrue.
I
Our
thought
knees
so.
were touching for 4
well,
hours.
I'm sure you like that.
Maybe I did.
The jeans were soft. Let's get back to the audience at home. What is the one thing that every guy should know how to cook for himself and for others?
God, fucking anything. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Where should they start? Like roasting a whole chicken?
Roasting whole chicken is good, but it is ambitious, especially because a lot of
It's
people
hard.
with the roast
then you get a
chicken,
dry chicken.
they're like, because I'm like, all you do is like season it and put it in the oven. It's like, yeah, but if you don't know, like, if you don't know how to take it out, and then you really don't know how to carve it.
If you're not a
then
master
it's like,
baster like
Yeah.
Alison Roman.
yes, thank you.
That takes a lot of
Nice.
attention, right? To get the roasted chicken hitting, right? Don't you gotta fucking
You don't need
babysit
to.
that motherfucker?
No.
Okay.
I
You gotta
wouldn't say
rotate
so.
it. You gotta rotate the oven's hot spots.
Depending
no?
on your oven, yeah.
Rotation.
I've read once or twice, but that's like not a make or break. I would say they need to know how to make like one pasta.
Oh, okay.
Give me like one pasta, maybe a soup. My whole thing is that when I'm not feeling well, I want my husband to be able to make something for me. And when I'm sick, I want like soup.
So what's he good
He
at?
can make matzo ball soup.
Oh,
Does he-
nice.
okay.
And that to me, I'm like, if that's all you can make, then
Wifey material.
yeah.
Is he nice in the kitchen or is he?
Sounds like he's
Completely
not at all.
inept.
He can only do one thing.
No, he's horrible.
Okay.
He would admit
Opposites
that
attract.
too.
Opposites attract.
He would admit that too. I've actually never really. I've dated a few people that like to cook or can cook, but it's never like.
Does that get like competitive?
Yeah, well, it's not competitive. It's just that like nobody really wants to hear from their partner how they could be doing something better that they're supposed to be deriving pleasure from.
Well, any
but open communication is important.
No,
but
I'm
cooking's
saying
different. Cooking
is different.
Any
I'm not
backseat
talking
chef is
about, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
When
you don't want to be
you're
the guy
trying
on
to
the
just
grill.
like have a good time and enjoy yourself, and
totally.
I'm out here being like, well, if you like actually, and it's like,
yeah.
which I is on me to
bitch.
not
Right.
do that.
Oh, are you backseat driver in the kitchen?
No, I leave the room.
Smart.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Remove yourself completely.
I give the recipe. I maybe make some notes of here's something you might want to look out for, and like make sure you do this.
Just see how it's going.
But I don't check in.
Right.
I'm
Smart.
not following up.
Do you have to kind of turn off like the part of your brain that's like, I would have done it this way when you're like
No.
eating the food?
Not at all.
You just don't think that way. 'Cause you're a
Not
good
at all.
person.
Only at
Okay.
restaurants do I think that.
Oh.
I definitely think that at restaurants.
Wow.
Are
but
you
I don't
honest
think that when people cook for me.
when people cook for you, are you brutally honest if it's like bad?
It's
Like,
almost never bad. I think that like
you don't
no.
fuck around with scrubs.
no.
Because you would like them be like, oh no, let's go out to eat. Actually, no, you don't even worry. Don't
Totally.
even worry about it.
Yes.
Let's go to a place.
Yes. And I'm very lucky. There's people in my life that are wonderful cooks and we really enjoy cooking together and it's like a fun experience.
Who's your
the best cook?
yeah.
Who's the best cook
That
you
I know?
Yeah.
Like you're as a homie.
Yeah.
Not like not in the
Yeah,
I
professional
mean, it's not
capacity.
going to mean anyone to anyone listening.
No, but we want to
or
know
you
like
guys,
who's
but-
the
Shout 'em
the-
out, shout 'em
Yeah,
out.
the goat's goat.
I would say like if I had like a Mount Rushmore of
of homies.
yeah. No,
Okay.
people that I would like trust to cook with
Sure.
or like whatever. My friend Lauren Schaefer,
Shout out Lauren Schaefer.
her
of
husband
course.
Emil
Shout out
Stonick,
Neil.
Oh,
our
dude.
friend Danny Newberg,
Oh, of course,
who
Danny.
else does a lot of wedding catering. So
Oh.
in the upstate New
Yeah.
York
Hot
area,
Danny for
shout out
sure.
to
Big
Danny
noobs.
Newberg. Who else? My friend Susan Kim.
Oh, Susan's amazing.
Yeah.
Susan's amazing.
Her energy, I call that kimchi. Sorry, that was terrible.
Wow, that was honestly,
Keep that one in the chamber.
yeah, we're gonna.
Anoop? Is Anoop up there?
Oh shit.
Yeah, Anoop's a great cook.
Great cook.
He is. He's a nervous cook.
Yeah. You don't want to backseat drive
And
that
Jeremy's
one.
a great cook too.
Jeremy's a
But
good cook.
I guess those first people I named, like if I had to like
Are
do an
better.
event,
They're better.
I would like we could like do it with our eyes closed together in a very seamless, harmonious
Oh,
way.
you're involving you're saying who you could cook with, not
no.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess I was sort of inserting myself.
I just felt like
in
you're
there.
gonna sit down and someone's gonna who are you most excited to like here's the thing.
Oh, yeah, those people also stand.
So there's a joke going around in our friend group that a great reality TV show would be Jeremy and Anoop and you, or Jeremy and Anoop trying to cook while you're like kind of like the judge character.
Ooh, nice.
While Asher with the Big Hog is filming it because he's documentarian now. So
Wow, dude. See, everyone's got a role.
yeah.
And you're the judgmental one.
my God,
You're the
I
Simon
can't
No, you're
believe
like
that's
the
what
you're
you
like the
call
seed. Yeah, that's what I call
That's
it.
gonna be a no for me, dog. This tastes like dog shit.
Let's get
That
back
would, no, but that is actually my dream job, and
to
I
be
can't
a
do that
TV
anymore.
chef or a TV judge, food judge.
Gordon Ramsay style, or
Yeah, can you imagine if that was a woman? Not to do
yeah, everyone
that
call
on
her
this
a
show.
fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be a fucking world renowned. They'd be like,
No.
this chick is the worst.
Yeah,
dude.
they'd be like, she's unlikable. We hate her. Get off her
Yeah.
fucking screen. What a cunt.
She's too
Yeah.
bossy. Did you watch do you watch food TV?
No,
You don't watch like Top Chef?
no.
Damn. Why not?
I did
Any
years
reason why?
ago when I was
Okay.
like 20.
Triple D?
What's that? Diners, drive-ins, and
Yeah,
dives?
you
No,
knew.
I don't watch that.
You scoffed, but you knew immediately. You
well,
about-
not immediately, but
What about the
You
TV
fucking
show where
bitch.
there's a elevator of ingredients and it slowly goes floor by floor and like the chefs have to scramble and grab whatever they can before the
is that
elevator.
a real show?
Yeah.
No.
And who watches it?
What the fuck is that? Tower of Terror?
I watch Love is Blind. I love
Oh,
dating
yeah.
reality shows.
Fire. This
But I
past
don't watch
season
a
kinda
ton of
weird.
There should
reality
be a
shows.
blind cooking show.
No.
Like
oh
blind
my
people
god, that'd
cooking?
be dude. Be
Well, I
awesome.
did, yeah. Or like there's a partition behind you and I have to teach you how to cook through the
There-
Oh,
partition.
yeah.
There's
I
there's
was
a-
a little ableist. My bad, guys.
That's a challenge in Top Chef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where you get like guest people who don't know how to cook, and then the chef is behind like a thing,
Yeah.
and they have to like kind of tell
If
them
I
what to
thought
do.
that like Top Chef were like, I would be scared of the like bureaucracy behind it because I do sort of, I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah, but Tom Colicchio is gonna fucking snipe you if you fuck up.
Let me.
Well, it's like also that's like the knives down that I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's like an unfair.
I'm gonna need to
challenge.
ask you the question that's on everyone's mind. Could
Yeah.
you beat Bobby Flay? And what would be your dish?
Could I beat Bobby Flay?
You're picking the
Yeah.
dish. So what's your home court? What are we cooking?
Cookie.
Oh, he can't. He probably can't bake, dude. He's a man,
I think you can only grill.
He probably can bake. He's a really good cook.
but he cheats on his
Yeah.
wife,
yeah.
Oh,
or did I think? Remember, she was the one who sent the plane, and there was a banner. I think we talked about this on the
Oh,
pod. There was
shit.
and she was like, "Bobby Flay is a fucking piece
I
of
don't
shit."
remember that.
There's a
That's
Bobby Flay Steakhouse
tough.
in Brooklyn that's actually a ghost kitchen, but I ordered from there for on a football day, and it was actually
Wait, what did
fucking
you get?
steak and French fries, I think, and
from a random ghost kitchen.
Well,
No.
it's like Bobby Flay's Steakhouse. I'm like,
He likes.
we were
his
watching
name.
football with some
Oh,
friends,
oh.
and
To
we
a
each did we each ordered something without telling the other person what we were ordering, and that's when I had Taco Bell. One friend ordered a shitload of Taco
That's
Bell.
fire game. I like
Who
that.
did this for you?
Me, Anoop, Shantanu, and Chris.
I was like, this screams Anoop.
Yeah.
I like this. That's a fun game. People should
Anoop
do
ordered
that.
120 pieces of fucking chicken. That was
That's
insane.
too much chicken, bro.
It's too much
Popeyes.
chicken. I don't know. It's just like whatever local chicken spot.
You fuck with Popeyes.
Chris
real quick?
got Taco Bell.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Ooh, what's the Popeyes order?
I haven't been enough to have an order. I've always just like get a chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they that when they had like the spicy chicken sandwich thing,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
they sent me one
Ooh,
because I talked about it on something.
Did you
like
enjoy it? It makes
Yeah,
a very
it
good
was
chicken
good.
sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, it was very good.
Cool.
You know what I don't enjoy is Chick-fil-A. I've only had it once
I think
at
it's
an
overrated.
airport.
I actually think it's overrated.
I was like,
Which-
this is soft
dude,
and
people are gonna
gross.
kill you for this, by the way.
I don't
well,
care.
people treat Chick-fil-A like the fucking second coming of Jesus, mainly because they are Jesus freaks, but like
Yeah.
that frequent there. But like,
It's too soft.
Their milkshakes are fucking great, though.
Yeah, I admittedly I tried the fries. I thought were good.
okay. Wait, I want to
Anyway.
get back to
Sorry, my
hubby.
bad.
I want to
Oh.
get back to hubby.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't call him that.
I want to get back to.
Okay, Pookie. Let's get back to Pookie.
Let's get back to Pookie. Date night. It's time for romantic dinner at home. What is Alison Roman chefing up? Lobster?
Oysters.
No.
Aphrodisiac.
Ham?
Hot dogs. What are they called again?
Glizzy.
Yeah. I think it really depends. I think recently, I mean, he is very sweet in that he really does. He's like very happy to have anything I make.
Okay.
He's never like.
He's a garbage disposal like Lawrence.
Yeah.
This
What's
is- I
what's
wouldn't call
his
him garbage
favorite?
disposal.
Like on his birthday, what is he like? Please make me the just real quick.
what would he want on his?
He asked nicely. Pookie asked nicely.
Yeah.
Pookie says please.
He would probably want. What would I make him? If he didn't ask and I was just like, I'm going to make him something
Yeah.
like nice and special, I would probably make him meatballs.
Ooh, yeah.
Pasta with meatballs, but not spaghetti. It's not his pasta.
It's,
It's
the
rigatoni
the birthday
meatballs.
meal is a metaphor.
Is it for what?
Balls.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious, I thought.
Okay.
Keep pushing.
No, it's good. We'll workshop that one.
Yeah. We
Don't
will.
lie to me on my own show, Allison. It's
You
bad,
also,
all
you
right?
also could have said meat.
You said kimchi, dude. Shut up.
That's
you,
true.
you have no ground to
I mean,
stand
listen,
on.
we got a lot to
I
ground to
should
cover,
go.
a lot of things to recap.
Is your new hobby shopping for him with clothes? Because you did it and you're like, yo, I love this.
Well, I did love it, and
Yeah.
I was excited to do it, and I am grateful that I had you to lean on.
course.
But also, I will like.
What did you recommend?
We ended up with a bunch of Norse projects, right?
Yeah.
Shout
Hell
out
yeah,
Norse.
nice.
Yeah, it was
Great
really
call.
nice. Because he kind of has like a uniform, which
Okay.
I find very attractive. Like I like the way he dresses.
You're
And
just
so
like
I,
upgrading it.
yeah,
right?
I was sort of like, okay, these are like variations on like a color that you don't have, or like a thing that I know you'll wear or need.
Nice.
But it started off with a scarf,
Started with scarves.
and then became, which he doesn't wear.
do that
It
shirts.
never starts with scarves.
No,
That's
well,
crazy.
Because I wanted to replace a scarf that he had because we got
Oh.
moths.
Oh God, that's horrible.
We don't know where they are. We don't know where they're coming from. But I have like all my like fucking Kate cashmere.
Oh no,
Need,
dude.
you can buy like little sticks of cedar apparently and
Is
throw them in
that-
the closet. Throw them there. If
Well,
you look closely
I'm
around
like,
this place, there's
where
cedar
are-
sticks everywhere.
Oh, really? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they'll fucking get you.
Oh,
and then
no,
I
yeah.
saw a moth in the bathroom and I was like, well, it's not living in here. And anyway.
And they only eat the
so
best shit.
he had like one sort of nicer scarf and moths got to it.
Fucking
Anyway.
moths.
fucking moths, bro.
So I wanted to replace it. And went to meet the free shipping minimum. I love a deal. I
Ooh.
bought a really nice, well-made, very well-fitting white t-shirt
Okay.
and like a
From Norse.
Yeah.
The Niels tea.
Yeah. It was great.
A classic.
It's like thick, but not too thick.
Yeah, yeah.
I sized up because he's like broader and bigger and it's a UK
big boy.
brand. And so but it fit him really
Nice.
nicely. But the chore jackety type thing, it wasn't a chore coat. What is it?
I don't remember. It was kind of like an overshirt. It was an overshirt. It was
Yeah.
a CPO shirt.
Yeah, but like thicker, but
Mhm.
like nice, navy.
Yeah.
True to size.
It's cool.
So James nailed
It's
it.
good.
He really nailed it. He didn't suggest those other things.
No. But we like we
But
we came to
I
that.
liked
You
the
nailed
brand.
it.
Yeah, you
No,
nailed it.
he led me.
Right.
He led me to the right place.
Gotcha.
lead a horse to water.
Yes.
Chefs up.
Yeah.
When he posted about his birthday, was it his birthday or was it anniversary? I forget.
Oh my God.
It was his
yeah.
birthday,
It
right?
was,
Talk about
it was
this,
our
yeah.
birthday. Yeah.
Dude, wait, it was our birthday? It was his birthday.
His birthday.
Okay. Someone said
I
some
say
shit
our
like
birthday?
someone
Oh, yeah.
said some shit like stick to cooking.
Yeah,
or
I
some
love that.
shit. And you replied that like you would kind of cross the privacy Rubicon a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And like your writing is very personal. Like cooking is a very like personal, private
Yeah.
act. But for someone who's business and personal life, they're so intertwined. Like, how do you navigate maintaining life online and kind of keeping up a barrier, or do you not? I don't know.
I mean, I kind of do and don't, but like when I met Max, like I never posted about him at all. And I kind of posted, we're getting married. Like on the day we were getting married. I didn't even tell
shit.
people we
You're
were
like, who's
engaged.
this guy?
Yeah.
Alison never mentioned Max. And now
Exactly.
she's getting married?
People
What?
did feel entitled to that. They were like, I didn't even know you were seeing someone. And granted, it was like a short engagement, but
your audience.
Yeah.
They feel like entitled to know about your private
I
life.
don't think in a nefarious way. I think it was just,
Parasocial.
yeah, it's sort of like, oh, wait, you're dating someone, you know, but because
Right.
I just kind of
The
was like,
fuck?
this is my life and this is my work.
Right.
And I feel like every time you cross that line and you open yourself up to like, it's not like critique, like I don't like the soup. It's critique, like I don't like you.
I don't like your man.
Yeah, or like
Send
something
him back.
judgy about your life or what you're wearing or
Throw him
anything.
out. He's spoiled.
It's different. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you don't get to weigh in on that.
Right.
If you're like mad because I didn't send you a newsletter this month and you're paying for a subscription, let's have a chat. But if you think that I'm like being too intimate on my own fucking Instagram account.
On my page.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, bitch.
Well, no, I'm like,
Not
this
you,
is,
them.
yeah, I know. But yeah,
clear.
it's funny because people like, and what happens the more followers you get, you don't get to choose who your followers are. So you
No.
don't know where they came from.
Can't choose your
and
fans.
Food it can
Or
be very
haters.
wholesome and very like whatever. There was like a period where like a ton of like Christian mommy bloggers were following me.
Ugh.
What?
And they were like
Can't pick fans. You
around
You got to put
the
a little
like
cross next to them on this on the
I
newsletter
know, I
subscription.
know.
Yeah.
but like around the time of like I think it was like post Trump election or something, and
Oh,
I was doing
no.
a lot of like abortion activism and like donating money
Yeah.
and the like
Don't let that fetus go to waste. Let's chef it up.
Yeah, no, but I
Zygote
was, they were like,
recipes.
this
Pan
isn't
fry
why
that
I
hoe.
started following you. And I'm like, well, I'm assuming not. But also like you sort of assume that if you're putting out work, the people that vibe with you are going to find you, right? But a lot of people who don't vibe with you find you. And that's actually, I'm really jealous of you two because I've highly
Because we're
doubt.
not famous.
Well, I bet there's not that many people who actively choose to participate in whatever it is that you're doing that aren't on board or know who you are.
Well, we also
Okay.
have the throwing fit socials where it's like if you want to,
Yeah.
like we get clowned on over there, but like on
Sure.
our personal stuff,
Yeah.
it's like that's our
Right now on our
personal
subreddit,
stuff.
if you were to ask them, I am a fat, stupid idiot who dresses like garbage. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going through it. I'm taking notes right now. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm going through it.
Yeah.
that's
tough.
and you asked about burner counts. That's my Reddit burner account.
Well, I was like, it's either James or my wife. It's one of the two. It's got to be, you know.
It's really
50-50
tough.
shot.
It
Yeah.
is really tough. And it is
Can
like
you block out the noise easily? Or have you learned? Or do you have any tips for that? Like,
I've learned because I've been through it, been through it. And you kind of have to like decide. I mean, I really don't share that much. That was like
Yeah.
the most personal. That was just personal photos. I didn't say anything personal. I was
Right.
like, this is my husband. It's his birthday. I love you. Like,
I did see a good meme where someone tweeted like, "Girl, where are the shallots at?"
wait, really? About
Wow.
what I
I should have
posted?
sent it to you. Fuck.
Wait, that's
yeah,
so
and it was a
funny.
screenshot of your IG of like that, like
Oh my
that,
God.
like those photos.
I'm
that
going to
you
need that
posted.
for the Zoom
Yeah.
board.
Wait, that's hilarious.
I'll send it. I'll find it. I'll find it.
I love that.
Girl, where the shouts at?
Well, I do. And that is one thing where it's like stick to cooking. And you do sort of like, I do mostly stick to
Shut up and
cooking.
griddle.
Yeah, but I'm also like, because you also
Damn,
don't
he's
deserve
good.
to know
He's
about
back.
Yeah.
this, but also it is funny when like you're like, I got married and everyone's like, oh my God, this is amazing. We're so happy
This is
for
the best
you.
day of my life.
And then you're like, and this is my husband. They're like, you really love being married and talking about having a husband, don't you? It's like it switches so quickly
Yeah.
from being like, we're so
Uh-huh.
happy
Shut
for
up,
you
spinster.
to like exactly to like you're too
I liked you
happy
better when you were
visually.
alone and miserable.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people
You were
probably
cooler.
did.
You were more relatable then.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to end up
Don't
with
worry,
Jeremy
I'm
Allen
still
White.
miserable sometimes.
It's still there.
Yeah, but it is like the never-ending question, and it is very tough. But you seem like the kind of person, Lawrence, that reads the comments.
Every single
Don't fucking
one.
read the. I haven't read a comment since 1992.
Yeah, well, that's because you have too many to read. We're at the
No,
point where
I
I can
mean,
spend like half my day and I'm still
don't.
good. Yeah, I
It's
know.
never good because you can read. You could read 90.
What about when they say good shit though?
Because then they
They're
read
not commenting.
99.
No. Eat it up. Yeah.
You can read 99 positive things, and then one person
Oh,
says
yeah.
you dress like shit, and it's going to ruin your fucking week.
Oh, absolutely.
So don't
Weak, his life.
subject
I
yourself
gotta
to
divest
it.
from the hive mind.
It's-
You do.
The throw
Also-
gang.
also,
But I
like-
love you guys so.
No
But then
one.
you're going to also start making things for them subconsciously, and you can't do that.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
we
That's
definitely with the animals running the zoo, like that's
Yeah.
very tough with.
Does that ever happen
Yeah.
to you where you're like, oh shit, I should like maybe tweak my stuff to fit this
No.
like feedback?
I mean, I do. It's never even feedback. It's more like, should I be on TikTok? Like, should I be making food videos? Should I
I
be?
mean, probably should be. honestly. It's
I
probably
mean,
good for your
probably,
career.
but I know. But,
Yeah.
Coming soon, Alison Roman mukbang.
Yo,
yeah, I mean, remember that phase?
That would go crazy.
But
I
I
love
think
mukbangs.
that I'm like, well, that's like not actually how I want to spend my time. That's
Oh,
like
right,
not
totally.
actually how I want. And if I pivot to that, I'm like, well, what is the financial
Then what
gain?
suffers?
And what suffers? I'm not doing the other things that actually make me money or fulfill me creatively.
Right.
Right.
And so
Ham party
it's-
canceled.
It's still no, that will always be.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, don't worry. That always stays. That doesn't. That's a lead. That's a lost leader.
Ham
but
is
I-
eternal.
Can I get a +1 next year
Yeah.
for my boy
She
here?
just said
Yeah.
that.
Oh, all right, cool.
I'm pulling up in a tuxedo to the ham gala.
You should. I might actually
make my
start making
debutante
people dress
debut.
up.
It's
You should be a dress code.
You-
I
yeah.
guarantee you should make a black
Yeah.
tie. And then you get a lot of these fucking stragglers out of here. You don't have a fucking tux. Don't have a fucking ball gown. You ain't eating from the bread
Yeah.
tree this year.
or like if you're glomming on as a +2, but you're like you show up or you're at the pre and you're about to show up and it's like, oh, it's actually dress code. You're like, well, fuck, I can't go, and it's fine because like, yeah, I'm a straggler and I know that.
Did you wear a
It's
tiara?
obvious.
Like, what's your fit? You like do like
You had a nice dress on.
sash?
No, I wore like a Nina Ricci
Okay.
puffy sleeve number. That's like is such a good dress for a house party because it like is a little like not silly, but it's like a loudish
Yeah, it's fun.
dress.
I mean, it's a ham
fun
gala.
dress, yeah. And it's like very rare that for me anyway, like I don't always feel comfortable in like those types of outfits, like in the world if I don't have a
But when
reason.
you're in the
but
crib,
I should
it's-
probably change that mentality.
Sure.
It was amazing to see you in like heels, a dress, nice jewelry, and you're fucking carving up a ham.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, the
Great
photo
image.
ops really present themselves.
Yeah. Put that
Um,
on a calendar.
I know. I started hiring like help. Like I had like three women this year that I like hired to like come help me prep.
was a
and
lot of
clean.
food.
Yeah, and because I used to do it all myself, and I was
Oh,
like, well,
smart.
it's like I can't actually do that anymore.
Yeah. Pre-batch martinis, that was a great call. That's
Yeah.
always
Absolutely.
for any party.
I agree.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah, James.
are chefs actually hot, or is it just Jeremy Allen White that we're
Yeah.
thinking of? The band?
I think that chefs have always been attractive to a certain group of people because
can
they're
fix 'em,
especially
girls.
because especially his character and like his
Mm-hmm.
vibe in that show is like bad boy and like I can fix him and like he's dark and troubled but like also so talented
Right.
and that's hot and it's like musicians, chefs,
Mhm.
artists. There's like
Accurate.
a certain
Podcasters.
definitely podcast on that list. Yeah,
Bad boys of the mic.
there's like a sort of perception that like someone's gonna heal or fix or whatever,
Mhm.
but there's like also a really attractive quality to people that are good at their job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like a musician, when you see like a chef, it's like a chef doing his chef thing and you're like, oh, that's hot. Like
Damn, look at those fucking knife
Do
skills.
you
I don't know.
watch, enjoy, and buy into the hype that surrounds The Bear? I mean, we're huge fans.
I think it's like the best show that's ever been made.
Done.
I
Wow.
think it's fantastic. I
Great.
think the acting is superlative.
Co-sign.
I think that it's weirdly accurate. As I worked in restaurants for
Mhm.
a lot of years, and I didn't want to watch it at first, and then I did, and I like took a break because I was like, this is actually like
A lot of food
kind
people,
of
they're like,
triggering.
it's
PTSD,
traumatic, or
yeah.
it brings up like
Yeah.
the shit that I had to go through
Yeah.
working in kitchens, which is
Totally.
like,
and it
What's
does
terrible.
feel that way. And they handle it really well. And I
like the
think
chef
it's
in
like,
your ear whispering, like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
you know, I didn't endure that, but I saw it happen, and I knew that it existed. But that wasn't my experience. My
Right, 'cause you're a
experience was
fire.
more no, it just wasn't where I worked. But
You're so fucking good. I love
I
you.
know.
Alison. You're the future of the business. You're
I
my
worked at a
protege.
restaurant.
The
My
glazing
first
is
restaurant that I
crazy.
worked at, the chef
Spinning on it with no hands.
one time during service, he would first of all, before service, he would make us go outside behind the restaurant and do Navy drills.
What?
We'd have to like
I thought you were
do
going
wall
to say
sits
land
and,
acknowledgement.
like-
Wait, so he was really running the restaurant like the Navy?
yeah, it was nuts.
Why would he put you through physical duress when you had to then stand on your
Because
feet
he
for,
thought
like,
it made us like better cooks or more
Did it?
loyal. Or
Did it work?
I don't know. Maybe we are all brainwashed. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
So-
but point being is that
yes.
like the show is great. I think for me, I'm attracted to its like emotional richness and like the characters that like are. It's like takes place in a restaurant, but it's like about their internal whatever,
Right.
which I really like. And I think because they handled the kitchen stuff with like real accuracy
Right.
and care, I was immediately on board.
And if you want a fucking white tea, if you want to level up
Oh, yeah,
from the
they
Norse
did
at
the
some
whole-
point, Mers be Schwennen.
Oh yeah, is that what he
Schwennen.
wears? in that?
Schwennen.
Those teas be schwanning.
Well, they're hand loomed in Germany, so
Yeah.
they're like expensive and very high quality and like very fucking good.
The next
Wow,
level
and
shit.
not as
yeah.
something that a chef would wear in a restaurant. Probably.
I mean, they gave
How much is
Io
a
like
shirt?
a Tom Brown fucking
Yeah.
like chef's jacket, right?
I
That was
know
crazy.
that was so sick.
Nice little
I,
gift.
I don't know. I don't want to misquote the price, but like they're definitely like it's an investment. It's a white tee,
Well,
but
the
it's
reason
like
that
I think
chefs
Google
wear
is
white is so that they can sort of boast how tidy they are. So the idea,
Oh, really?
yeah, well, that's why chefs wear white.
interesting.
So it's like
It's a $100
people are like,
white
"Is
tee."
that
Okay.
impractical?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's sort of proving a point of like I can
Wow.
wear this nice thing and I'm not going to spill a fucking drop on it."
Crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. That's
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, oh yeah, look how fucking sloppy I got because I was going
No,
crazy in
the
the
idea
kitchen.
like there's a scene in like the last episode of season 2 where AO is like, she's changing the buttons on her jacket because she spilled.
Oh.
That was me every service where like, and the reason you have 2 is so you can, if you spill down the front, you can switch the buttons. And
Press it the
every
other
time I had the thing that she did where both sides are stained and you're like, fuck, which one is less stained? And like, you're like, shit. But I was so messy, especially as like a young cook and like getting started.
Not
They
anymore,
were
though.
always giving me a new jacket
Yeah, now just
before
messy eater.
service. Yeah, now I'm just messy eater because I've earned it.
Yeah, you have. Oh, truly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
You
I
make
guess
it. You can be as messy as you want.
our version of that is going to wearing a white tee to fucking eat pizza or something. It's like,
I mean, that's
People are like,
everyone's
look
version
how-
of that.
yeah,
Just-
look, I didn't stain myself.
No, but I shouldn't wear white. I love white clothing. I love like a white button down. I love a white t-shirt. I love it. It is.
Martha Stewart
I
vibes.
shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it.
Is she the goat?
That's something.
At being hot at whatever age she's
Yeah,
at.
she's definitely like the
insider trading.
greatest of all time of a lot of stuff,
At
probably.
dropping
But
octogenarian thirst traps.
No, but in
God
terms of
damn.
like the space that you occupy, like the Michael Jordan of that is. I mean, I don't want to.
Is it Ina?
Oh
Ina.
shit! Yeah,
Ina? Sorry.
I think that they're
Jeffrey.
two.
He's Pookie, dude.
Those are like the 2 women who I think led the way in terms of like monetizing Martha more than Ina to be like, I'm going to create a business out of this, which I thought was like,
Do you fuck
Pretty
with
impressive.
Goop and Paltrow? Are we a fan?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I
No, I
think
mean, yeah.
I think it's kind of absurd. I'm not a customer necessarily, but I do think like she's like, I want to be more than an actor. I want to like use my celebrity to leverage this business and like
Yeah.
make money, like real money, and like not have to act and like be in the public eye all the
Sure.
time. Like, great, good for you.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. I don't know the dealings of the business or like how it's ran, but
In your limited experience, in your huge experience in the food world, and then maybe like more limited experience in the fashion world. I mean that like trip to Aspen specifically. Like, are people meaner in the food world or the fashion world?
fashion probably,
Yeah?
hands down.
Really?
I don't think
'Cause
people
they're
are
so hungry.
mean in the food world. Yeah, they're
They're
starving.
hangry.
Yeah.
I don't think people are mean in the food world. I think that it's cliquey and like weird. But I also like kind of it removed myself from it a while ago.
True.
Like I kind of like
Yeah.
did my best to like
Like, well, nobody likes me, so I might as well try something else. Fuck.
I know. kind of.
See ya. You guys have fun. I'm out of
yeah.
here.
They ran out of
of,
white.
yeah.
They ran out of white jackets. They're kicking me out.
Well, there's also so many like subgenres that like it's like, is it food media? Is it food content creator? Is
Oh,
it food blogger?
word.
Is it food like influencer? Is it food what like is it I don't know.
Do you pay attention? Do you pay attention to what the critics say? You're like, yo, they don't build statues of critics, my G.
Do I pay attention to the critics of me?
Yeah, or like, like I don't know.
Do
Well, the
people
critics-
criticize recipes? Like, not like people, but like, an authority.
Well, that's the thing is that like I care about if you criticize the recipes. If you're like these recipes just don't work, I don't know what the hype is. Then I would like be
User
devastated.
error.
Really?
But that doesn't happen because
Right.
the recipes do work, and I think more often
Or
than
they're
not, people
making
are
it
like,
wrong.
I get messages sometimes. You know when people like send you a DM where they meant to send it to someone else.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
dude,
yeah,
a
yeah,
shared thing that's like, yeah.
And sometimes people will send me something being like,
This
be like,
sucked.
I really don't like her personality, but her recipes don't miss.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yo, would you, but you,
okay.
I would take.
I was like,
Take
hell
it.
yeah.
Count it.
I would honestly like to me like
yeah.
whether you not you like someone's personality is like so subjective and we don't like everyone so everyone can't like us.
Of
And you have
course.
to remember that, I
I
guess.
hate everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides you,
no,
James.
Thank you.
My haters, they kind of had a point.
No, but like, and you're like,
Right?
oh yeah, like
Great
I
call by
can
the
be
hater-
annoying,
great call by the haters
or
on that
like
one.
I
Yeah.
can be or whatever. But like, if you accept it and you own it, and you're like, but the work is good, and you're here for the work. You're not here to hang out with me. We're
Well,
not
I'm
going
here-
to dinner.
I'm here to work, bitch.
I guess in
I
our
am
case,
here to work.
it would be
Bitch.
like the pod sucks, but they always look great. Like their fits are huge. Like I'll take that.
that's
all day,
our
dude.
that's our recipe.
Yeah, right.
Kind of, yeah.
Cooking up a fit is very much like making a
I,
recipe.
I for real think that developing
him.
personal style is like, because I only started cooking at home, like, or caring about it and liking it during like the fucking pandemic. Which, by the way, if not for the pandemic, would your career be in the shitter?
One could argue the opposite.
Really? You don't think that like
think
Alison Roman
Bucatini has something to
recipes?
say about
Alison
that.
Roman recipes were
No,
like
I
you were the
don't think
queen
my
of-
career-
You were the pandemic queen.
yeah.
No, yes.
Thank God for COVID. For
Yeah.
It was.
Worth
I
it.
was. I can't. It was a good time for me for sure in a lot of ways. It was also not a good time for me in a lot of ways. So I think it was net
Bro,
neutral.
you couldn't find a fucking strand of bucatini in
That
a
was
5
you,
mile
right?
radius.
Like, you
Yeah.
created the shortage. That is
did.
insane.
Thank
You
you.
changed the global economy.
I
No,
did.
the national economy.
Shallot futures went through the roof.
Yeah.
I know.
because of
Well,
you.
it's about allium.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I think that a lot of people being home and cooking and having a book out and recipes at the heart of popularity was like huge. And I also think that like there is still appreciation and appetite for like a recipe that works well. And people are like, I think that it changed people's relationship with cooking.
For sure.
Like entirely the pandemic, for sure. Obviously. Yeah. I think people are like, oh, now I give a shit. It also changed the home decor space and like table scale, like anything involving anything that happens here forever changed, or at least changed for the foreseeable future because of that.
What's the IG moment in my fucking home? But I do think that personal style and
people are always taking pictures of like a weird little corner now.
The vibe corner.
The vibe corner.
Yeah.
The vibe corner. Yeah, you need a vibe corner.
A moment.
The rest of your place can look like shit, but you need the vibe corner.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what the rest of your place looks like. Yeah. Is your fig tree suffering? Yes.
Wow. Don't even look at the fucking tree next.
Well, I was gonna say, why was it necessary to bring that up? Because you're looking right at it, because it's very rude.
Guess how long I've had that fig tree for, though?
9 years.
Much longer.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm impressed.
15. Well. The one next to it fucking died while I was in Japan, so that's a lost cause. I got to replace that bad boy. What are the best restaurants in New York City?
You want to make your point and just get her opinion on the personal style?
Sure. Okay, personal style. It's like learning to cook. It's like, yeah, you can follow a recipe, and just like dressing, you can be like, okay, boom, 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 boom. Measure
numbers.
Exact measurements, bing, bong, boom, bomb. Or you can kind of like learn how to wing it a little bit, where it's like, oh, you know what? Like, I actually think that maybe I would prefer purple cabbage in this instead of green or whatever. Or like, oh, I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to add sweet paprika. Same with personal style, where it's like, okay, instead of copying Lauren's head to toe, I'm going to actually do something that reflects what I like or what's in my closet or what's available to me.
Yes.
Freak that shit.
Support
I think
that
there's like very similar kind of like learning curves.
Yes.
To developing personal style and learning to
I think it's a spectacular analogy and maybe his best.
I do too. I also think that like I think about dressing a lot when I talk about cooking or write about recipes or write about food and all that stuff and ingredients, where like I do genuinely believe in the basics, like reigning supreme in both arenas and like learning what makes them good and classic and quality before you can like expand beyond that. Yeah. And like if you can roast a really solid roast chicken with salt and pepper, then like get crazy with like your paprika and your fennel seed and your whatever it is that you're going to do. I know, both together. Yeah. But like that's
also they're the two most immediate forms of self-expression, I feel like. Yeah,
I think so too. And like
Is this why we're best friends?
This is why we are on this podcast.
I mean, you guys like basically matched today too.
I know.
I'm talking about the three. I'm talking about the three of us.
Thanks for including me.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And you're all black.
But okay, best restaurants in New York City. Let's go.
We got it.
Alison Roman.
Here we go.
Light the way.
I don't know.
Come on, dude. Well, what do you like? Where do you
favorites?
Yeah, like
I know one.
Like standbys. Everyone's got like their favorite places.
Favorite steakhouse.
Keen's.
Yeah.
That's where I got married.
Yeah.
I love Keen's.
Are you a mutton chop girly?
No, I am a porterhouse girly.
Right.
Or if I'm with more than 3 people, I'll get the porterhouse for 2 for 4 because it's too much meat for 2 people.
Keen's over Luger's though. You're saying
hands down.
Okay.
What are your favorite steakhouse sides?
I do cream spinach.
Yes.
I do a potato.
Okay.
The potato's almost never that good. I like potatoes when I cook them. When I go out to a restaurant, it's very tough to impress me with a potato.
Wow. Just a mash? Just like a steakhouse
mash? Yeah, but
then
you have like soft and soft. Then you have cream spinach and mashed potato. That's tough.
Oh, I want to eat like a little baby.
Yeah, there's like baby food.
But
if you were like, the mashed potatoes are important to me, I'd be like, okay, let's get them. Like, I don't feel strongly about that.
Do we have any Francis Mallman potatoes?
Oh
That's his thing, right?
I know. Over live fire?
So we met him. Did you talk to? Oh, we
I
all
was
met him.
fucking there, bro.
I forgot.
Wow.
Well, I forgot that I met a more famous cooking person.
I know, but I wasn't there when you took the famous photo.
Wait, so when you met him, what was he familiar with your game? Like,
no, I didn't meet him.
Oh, so then only we met him.
Yeah, only you met him.
So you watched.
I'm saying I was there when you met him.
Right.
I watched it happen on your little high hill.
Favorite diner in New York City? Do you have a favorite diner?
Favorite diner? Golden Diner. Is that a cop out?
No.
Okay.
It's good.
It's golden.
It's pretty good.
There
was a place in Tribeca that I used to go to when I worked at Condé Nast because it was downtown.
What's your favorite McNally joint?
Oh, here we go.
Or are you not a McNally's been?
No, I am. I like the experience of going there.
The vibes, the food stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
But I maintain that. I think the food is better at Pastis, and I think the vibe is better at Balthazar.
Do you think 2024 is the year where people finally cop up to that? Where like Balthazar, like, yeah, get a drink there. Like you go for the vibe.
If enough people say it, people will cop to fucking anything. Okay. They just need like a fever pitch of others to like feel safe with agreeing.
I would say, how about we support women and go to the Odeon?
Woo!
That's what I say.
You know what? I love that. Cheers to you, feminist icon.
I do love Keith though. So speaking of Keith, do you follow his IG?
Of course.
And do you publicly like his photos?
No.
Okay.
I don't publicly like. I don't publicly like. Yeah, I don't publicly like that much.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm pretty.
Right.
You don't want to feed the algo.
Yeah.
So, no, and I get punished for it.
Woody Allen innocent? I kid.
Do you type out Free Woody just and then like delete it like an angry email?
You know, I think that I became kind of fascinated with his persona on it because
awesome,
of
dude.
how he can continue to succeed with zero consequence while saying such inflammatory things.
Yeah,
that
cancel culture is not real.
Well, it was at some point.
Well, you know, it
And-
was. It's not anymore.
Sure.
He picked his battles.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
like,
had
I'm
a
gonna
stroke.
wait.
He also had a stroke, so it's like
sure.
this is how he communicates, right?
But like, I believe I think that any person should be able to like, you know, his opinions are also pretty like, they're harmful to the people that they're harmful to, but to the majority of individuals, it's like, okay, this guy is just saying some stuff.
Have
he
you
doesn't
met him?
hold any
Also,
power. He's not making legislation.
Oh, a crazy old
Like,
guy. Okay,
I don't know. It's like, what are we upset?
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I-
either or don't. I don't know.
did.
Yeah.
I did have a moment. I was in West Soho on like Thompson or Sullivan or whatever, and I walked by like the old Lucky Strike space, and I was like, "Damn!"
I love Lucky
All right,
Strike.
dude. Lucky
that was
Strike.
the
was a
biggest
good-
pandemic loss.
Yeah.
Well, one of the biggest for sure. That
Yeah, in
sucked.
terms of New York restaurants, I would say yes.
Because that for, I mean, I guess I do like Minetta, but when it comes to like his spots, like, and I guess obviously Pastis is back, but Lucky Strike was pound for pound the best.
Yeah, actually, I rescind my answer and think that Minetta is probably my favorite of his establishments.
Good bone marrow, Black Label Burger.
It
It's
gave
just
me.
like, I like the bar. I
It
like
gave
sitting
me
at the bar.
immediate diarrhea the last time I was there.
Did you get mussels?
No, I don't remember, but if
Probably.
Keith McNally had walked in on the bathroom after I had done my thing, he would have had a second stroke.
Do not
Wow.
go in there.
I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that, brother.
Yeah.
No, but that's like I like a small, tight little restaurant like that. I'm a huge fan of the like servos, hearts.
Oh, yeah.
love service. Oh, Hearts,
Community.
yeah.
Dude, Heart's best clam toast in the fucking 5 boroughs, dog.
Yeah, I love Wu's Wonton King. That's like a huge place that I send people, or like if there's like a group
great
more
rec.
than 6, I can't do 6
Lazy
at another
Susan it
restaurant.
up all day.
Yeah.
Any restaurants coming in 2024 you're excited for?
Well, not to like act like I work for them because I don't, but the Servos people are opening another restaurant close by there. That's like more savory, or sorry, more land-based Spanish, I believe.
Land-based.
Whereas Servos is like sea-based.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then we got air-based food as well,
Ooh, some
dude.
chicken.
think
I guess
air-
chickens don't really fly.
I think
Oh, right.
chickens can
Damn.
fly a little bit.
bit.
Not really, I guess.
They're not trying hard enough.
Poco.
No.
Speaking of sea-based, what about some Strange Delight?
Yeah, our friend Anoop is opening a restaurant called Strange Delight, and it's going to be an oyster, like
It's
an oyster bar, not like an oyster bar, but an oyster restaurant / bar.
there will be like it's not like focused on the raw oysters. It's going to be more kind of like New Orleans.
Yeah, a lot of like
old school New Orleans
Yeah.
seafood cuisine, which is like if you ever been to like Galatoire's, one of the best restaurants in America.
Yeah.
Fucking
Galatoire.
gas.
Yeah, James and I had been to
Galatoire.
like an early tasting,
Yeah,
2
so
early
good.
tastings actually. Yeah, but the food is
Oh, the shrimp.
Very
Still
good.
going to be, maybe, I don't know if we can say it, but the location, wasn't it going to be, what's the
Uh,
fucking spot in?
I don't know if the locations. I think it's out there, but I don't want to say. So
Okay.
yeah.
never mind.
I'm always like, what can we say? What can we
whatever,
not? But it's going to be
fucking
great. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Alison Roman, how much money do you make?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
298,000 newsletter subscribers.
Yes.
Wait, it's
That's
public?
a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, but they're not all paid.
Right,
no,
but,
they're
the
not paid.
but the number's out there. He didn't just put you there. I was like, holy
The
shit.
numbers out there.
The number is out
Oh,
there.
yeah,
The
I'm
number's
saying
out
that's,
there.
he didn't just, okay, damn.
That's
But
a lot of that's a lot of subs.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how many are paid?
A portion of them.
Okay.
What do you like to spend your money on besides cooking and shopping for clothes? What do you like to spend your and going out to eat? What do you like to spend your money on?
Besides clothes and
I guess those are all
Going
the
out
things
to
that
eat?
matter.
Travel, I would say.
Yeah?
Oh,
like
okay.
What's on the bucket list this year?
I don't know. I'm going to Paris for a week for work.
Nice.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it like is during Fashion Week, which I think. I mean, I don't know.
Are
if
you
I'm
going to hit the runways?
No, I'm not
Sit
going
in
to
front row?
But I'm sure there'll be like some events or something.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
Like, that could be fun.
Do you have
And then
like
I'm going to
Par-
LA after.
Do you have Paris wired? Like, because it's a hard city to like know. I feel like
I
for
definitely don't
food-wise.
know it like in my bones. I am very lucky that I have friends that have like lived there for a period of time, or I've been enough times with others that are more familiar that I
Foster
have
has
like
a lot of Rex.
yeah, I have like a pretty solid list.
Cool.
I'm like pretty confident in where I'm going.
What's the
where I
best
go.
food country you've ever been to?
Ooh,
Best food country. I've
Gun to
ever been
head, straight up. No pussyfooting.
Yeah.
Let's get an answer.
I don't think I can answer that. I'd say my top 3. I can't.
Okay, your top 3.
My
sure.
top 3 favorite places where I've had like the best food experiences: Vietnam, Mexico, Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Those are
Murderer's Row.
the 3 fucking.
Unfortunately, France has never registered on that list for me.
I feel that, well, I mean, you'd have to love French food and French cuisine
Yeah.
more
Well-
than anything, right? And I
well,
personally don't, so I get
the
you.
food that I like in Paris is like is like kind of like French immigrants.
Mhm.
It's like people that have immigrated to France and are doing like their thing in like the context of having like France quality level fucking ingredients.
France quality level.
Yes. France level. God damn it.
Differently
Yeah,
purchased.
differently purchased.
French
differently
quality
traveled.
level.
Damn, I want to go to Vietnam so bad.
It's unbelievable.
I know. I want to.
Yeah, like everything is.
Get my Bourdain
And there's
on.
also my favorite thing about being in Vietnam more than any other country I visited is that you eat things that you've never been exposed to here, even conceptually. Versus
wow.
like,
Whoa.
Like
you're
what's an
in Italy
example of
and-
that?
well,
Can't
like,
even comprehend.
they do,
this
yeah, well,
bite.
like they do like really wild stuff with like rice paper and like rice paste, and like they have like each city and town like within that city and like village within that whatever. It's like they're like, oh, they only make this here,
Right.
and it's like the certain way that they have like a
hyper regional cuisine.
yeah, like mad regional and like very like tiny little rice cups with like one little tiny shrimp that only you can find there, and they put it in this one sauce, and like
Nice.
there's like no Vietnamese restaurant has ever going to do it versus like
Yeah.
I'm an Italian restaurant or I'm a Mexican restaurant. Like even like there is like pretty good regionalized Mexican restaurants in the United States, like
Yeah.
Oaxacan food
Yeah.
or like Yucatan specialized, whatever. But like there's nobody being like, I don't know. I think it's also like an ingredient skill
Yeah.
like
It has to be,
situation where
100%.
like, and also like those people
More than
like there's
technique.
not those stories aren't coming over here in the
Right.
same way.
Thailand
But
was like
I
that for
had
a long
like my
time.
mind blown.
Thailand was like that for a long time where like Northern Thai food didn't exist in New York and a lot
Exactly.
of places
Yeah.
and until kind of recently. When you're traveling, do you prefer kind of hoity-toity fine dining or more just like
No,
fucking
never.
street meat?
I don't like fine dining really across the board, no
Yeah.
matter
Thank
where I
you.
am.
Fuck that shit.
It's not for me.
What about like the grill? Fuck
I've
that.
only been
That's not- is that-
when
oh,
other
I
people
guess
are paying.
that's-
I haven't been for years.
Oh, okay.
I went to Le Bernardin recently.
What do you think?
I thought it was great.
It's like it's like revamped itself, I feel like.
Well, like it is in the like, it's arguably like the craft is there.
Yeah.
Like the technique is there. It did feel kind of fun to be in like a fancy restaurant. Like
Sure.
I dressed up and I went with my
Right,
girlfriend and
which
we
is
like,
part of the
Yeah, and
That's
I
the
was
whole,
like,
honestly majority of
this
the night
is
right there.
fun.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
yeah. And like there's like a level of attention and detail from the staff. And you're like, oh, this
Right.
is like an experience. And
Yeah, for sure.
everyone takes it really fucking seriously.
Can I ask a very specific question about that? How was the bread basket?
It was lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's nice about Le
Several
Bernardin?
types of bread.
I know. And I know this
Oh,
because
you-
our friend Dan Katz, who does a podcast, he said he set the record there, and I think he got it refilled like 15 times or something.
Wow.
And he was bragging about
He's a
that.
big
Shout
boy.
out
He's a
Dan.
big cat.
Shout out Big Cat.
The nice thing
Yeah,
about Le
good for him.
Bernardin, and I guess you would know this, that they put ice in the urinals.
No, I wouldn't know
It's
that.
real fancy.
Why do they do that?
It's like old school. It's like some old school shit. I don't know because like as it
Like
melts,
ice cubes, or there's one big ice
No,
ball?
like
it's a good
ice
palate
cubes.
cleanser, in between.
because it's
courses.
fun to focus the stream on one ice cube and try to melt it.
Is that what you do?
It is a lot
So
of fun.
somebody's poor job to go in there and put ice cubes in the
No,
urinal?
I think
Yeah.
because as it melts, it kind of
Urinal
like
jockey.
cleanses or rinses like the urinal. It's
Oh,
like
that
a
is
self
classy.
rinser. Yeah, it's like an old school thing. I don't know.
That's
before,
nice.
like,
They don't do that
fucking
at Keen's, I don't think.
No.
It actually helped eliminate odors.
Allison, what is one cooking related luxury indulgence that you think is worth every cent?
Mm.
Whether it's like an ingredient or an appliance.
Cooking related luxury ingredient worth
Is it doing
it.
caviar bumps off your fucking hand?
No, I don't fucking do that.
I know it's so stupid.
Not
Nice
gonna
anchovies.
Yeah.
Worth every fucking penny.
Are they
Dude.
expensive?
Yeah, they can
Okay.
be.
Why don't they do single serving, single pack anchovies?
The Lucy, you were. Yeah,
Oh,
that was-
Lucy?
A
that was
Lucy
it. That was
Chovy,
Because
good.
yeah.
that's a crazy idea.
But like you open up a jar of anchovies and I'm making a recipe, I'm using 3 or 4, and then the rest are going in back in the fridge and I'm probably not going to use them again. It's food waste.
Well, that's on you
That's
for not
true.
using them again. And also they're stored in oil, so they should last
How long?
a few
Years?
weeks.
Oh, okay.
They're salt cured, so they're packed.
Right.
But like a nice tin of like Cantabrian anchovies or like Don Bacart or whatever. Don Bacarte? How do I say that?
I don't know.
You don't
You
know.
are asking the
I know, I was gonna
wrong
say, you guys don't know.
guys.
You know how to
are
pronounce Pabst.
transcendent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're like a different ingredient. And I think that there's some ingredients that are worth the money. I'm not saying you should do them every day.
Yeah.
Like really nice mushrooms. Like
Yeah.
live a little.
I think last
But
night I
they're
had the
expensive.
first ever anchovy that I've ever liked because I'm not an
Yeah.
anchovy guy.
Where'd
'cause
you
I'm
go?
missing-
Ernesto's.
Ernesto's.
Oh yeah. I
And
like that
it was
restaurant.
real, and it was also because there was other delicious stuff on it. It wasn't just like eating anchovies on.
Was it the pan con tomate with anchovy?
It was like a pesto though.
Yeah, it was pesto that night.
Oh, okay.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's
What's
a really good
what's the Hudson Yards like? Who's the Spanish chef that everyone fucking loves? Jorge, whatever. Something.
Jose Andreas?
Yeah. When you just order anchovies from him. Yes.
Do you?
Yes. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Why are you
At like the Hudson
this a
Yards
secret?
at the Hudson Yard food
you
hall.
hard right now?
Oh, you
Don't
go
tell
there.
me. when I'm in Hudson Yards, which is twice in my life.
Yeah, he goes there. He thinks he's gonna kill himself.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
jump
yeah.
off, and then it's like,
They
wait, the
redesigned
anchovies.
it to make sure that you can't do that.
What's the biggest waste of money that people should stop like fucking blowing their hard-earned skill on?
Appliances.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes, stop. I don't have any.
Viking overrated.
No. I mean like
hand knead
a
that shit?
NutriBullet and a this and a blender and a milk foamer and a air fryer.
Do you have an
and
air fryer?
No, I have an oven. And it gets hot and I put stuff in it.
And yeah, you could just do the convect
grow
thing
up.
and
Yeah,
do that.
I don't
right?
know. I mean, I don't even have a convection setting. I don't have your stuff is nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
My oven's broken actually. That's so I usually just use that like little fancy toaster oven thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Bachelor
usually
life.
cooking for one. Exactly. Yeah, I'm so lonely. Allison, as someone who's
He
worked
really is.
Wait, what do you put in there when you make stuff for yourself?
vegetables mainly. I use it to
Wow.
reheat stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm
Vegetables.
looking at that toaster oven and I'm sad.
Toast. I put bread in there and toast comes out. It's
What are you
crazy.
sad? That's like the Cadillac of toaster ovens. I've seen. Listen, you want to see a sad toaster oven? Go to my grandma's house. This is fucking. It's a good ass toaster oven.
I spend my money recklessly. But okay, last question because we know that you have a Zoom call to get to.
Wait, hold on. One more thing.
Second last
Do
question.
you use the microwave?
I did. No, I don't have one.
Whoa. How do you reheat stuff?
That's
I've
why I
never
asked
had
because
one.
I figured you. Oh, come on,
Do you have a
dude.
dish-
Do you
I've
make microwave
never had
popcorn?
one.
How do you do popcorn?
I make popcorn on the stovetop.
You have a dish. You
Jiffy
have
Pop?
a dishwasher.
No.
You have a dishwasher.
I do now. I didn't I only got one
Are
like
you
3 years
fucking
ago.
serious?
Dude,
Yeah.
That's crazy
I
town,
know.
dude.
Well, I lived in New York. I live in an apartment.
Are
I
you
don't
like a
know.
Luddite?
Yeah,
Do you have
I'm a
TV?
Luddite.
Do you have a
I'm a-
TV?
Yeah, well, no, I have a projector.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, yeah.
okay, please, you have a television.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not aesthetically pleasing to me, so I have a projector.
Projector life is where it's
Oh, you don't think
I
this,
think
you don't
so
think
too.
this
My
looks
husband
good?
doesn't care for it.
You like
that's
that
great.
black?
Yeah, you don't want
that
to stare
black
into
box?
the abyss.
No,
Look at his
and
screen.
people are like, you
More
can get the ones.
screens.
You can get the ones that look like a photo, and I'm like, no,
Oh,
they don't.
those are terrible.
I was
Yeah.
like,
My
it's
mom
like-
just got put
looks
onto
like
that.
an art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, no, it
You
doesn't.
could hang a nice textile over it when you're not
You know,
washing
I've
it.
seen that in
It's a Japanese
certain
thing.
hotels.
Oh, cover it up.
You like
yeah,
you
or
have
like
like
cool
one of these
built-ins that
yeah.
are like,
Okay.
if you're designing a space and you're like, okay, well, it hides in this like bespoke little fucking cupboard, then I'm like, that's cool, but I'm not there yet.
No, are we? Okay, last question. As someone whose work we love and respect, do you have any constructive criticism for us?
Is that a real question?
So normally we in the past, right? The old Jimmy and Larry, we would
The old top.
We would give you constructive criticism, which would either be like mean and at your expense,
Okay.
or would be like begging for a favor under the guise of giving you constructive criticism. But we feel like we're turning over a new leaf.
Is
in
this a new
2024.
segment?
We're being
for this?
vulnerable. We're being vulnerable.
We are going to be vulnerable and ask every guest to provide constructive criticism
Wow.
to us. If
That's
you
like-
have any, I hope you do.
That's like a tall order. Well, I will say that
Solicited advice.
this whole thing has been really professional. You
Thanks.
guys did a really nice job.
Oh, okay, nice. Hell
And I
yeah.
appreciate it.
So we should be more loose with it.
No, I don't think that
Get
you should
crazy.
be more. I don't think you should get crazier.
Oh, okay,
I think.
here we go. A real thing. Here we go. Mean. Get mean.
No, I'm not going to get mean.
Oh, okay.
Give us some help
Yeah,
us
actually,
out.
don't
Help us
don't be
out
mean.
here.
That would be
No, I don't want to
sad.
be mean, but also I haven't spent enough time with you.
We're gonna get there.
I know.
I got us a private jet.
It's
No,
like
just about
it's like a volume issue for me.
Oh,
Well,
like amount or levels of decibels.
Levels of decibels.
Yeah.
And maybe amount. But like,
Yeah.
honestly, that feels even mean for me to say.
no, you can tell me to pipe down.
It's just for my
There's
personal
not enough
taste.
men that have been told to sit down and shut the fuck up. There's a woman talking.
Smile, Lawrence.
Yeah,
tell me
why
to
don't you
smile
smile more? You're such a bitch. No, I really no.
Pleasantly
How are,
pleasantly
how
surprised.
are the food
Yeah.
questions?
I thought all the questions were great.
Great.
Great interview. Great conversation. I
Yes,
thought you guys did a
we
great
did it.
job.
Woo!
It was well researched.
We're just looking for approval.
What do you have?
You
for,
guys, it was well researched. It was
Thank you.
thoughtful.
what are you
It
having
was.
what are you having for dinner tonight?
I made brajol.
What do you have for breakfast?
Oh, nice.
Brajol.
Yeah.
Are you a
brajol.
breakfast girly?
Might be
No,
somebody's
I'm not.
birthday.
Fuck
I'm not a
breakfast.
girly.
Well,
You
I
know?
use that.
No, I know,
grown-ass-
but I'm like,
She's
you know what I
a
mean?
grown ass
I am
woman.
a grown ass woman. It's increasingly
A
hard to be a
dog.
grown ass woman when everyone's asking you to be 23 forever.
Like a
So,
coquette girly.
Yeah, put a little bow on my little bottle of water.
You're not a breakfast woman.
Damn, dude, that
I'm
was
not a-
quick.
Not a breakfast girl, not yet a woman. No.
I hate breakfast.
Fuck
No.
breakfast.
Yeah, fuck breakfast. All my homies hate breakfast.
You know, I do like a smoothie though.
Mm.
I make a really good smoothie,
But without a blender.
With no, I have a blender.
get
That's
really
an
crazy
appliance.
with it.
Yeah, I have some appliances.
Okay.
I don't have needless appliances.
Oh.
Do you
Do you make soup in the blender? Or do you do
No,
immersion
I don't
blender?
like
Do you have a
Cured
slap
soup.
chop?
No. You know I don't.
Do you have a sham wow?
Yeah.
No, but I do have
Scrub daddy?
fond memories. I do have a scrub daddy,
Yeah.
and I know that you do too. I see it.
That's actually Scrub Mommy.
Oh.
They're sold out of Scrub Daddies on Amazon.
What is the difference?
It's pink.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say if we're gendering, the sponge probably cleans better.
Damn. And with that,
and with that, that's your feedback, baby.
Allison Roman, thank you for being
Thank
Allison.
you
You're
for
the
having
only
me.
podcast
This
that
is the
matters.
best.
Chef, take us out.